Welcome back for another Anime Review Podcast, episode 82. We're here for the start of the Black History Month, and we have our special guest. Our auntie came back, so let's have a good conversation with her and find out more about today's conversation. Black Clover got canceled? What? Who the fuck cares about it? So let's just move on about the topics.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Anime Lately podcast. I'm your host, Sam the Manga Man, and here with me are my otakus. Introducing first, the most wholesome content. Testify for Ray Apollo. Our next devilishly handsome tiefling is a demon in the Black Clover community. He has a great love for Weekly Shonen Jump. Hurricane Typhoon, Legend Evash, the Nutterbird Lover, the wholesome booty juice guzzler, Miguel Para. And finally, our special guest. She is the queen of BGA, Black Girls Anime. You should recognize her because we miss her. We're so glad to have her back because she is our favorite anime auntie, and she's also our favorite anime auntie. Yes, the auntie. Now go visit her, even though it's COVID time. You can still visit her.
But 6 feet part 2.
Oh yes. Keep your social distancing, of course. But she is your anime news informer. She is the queen of BGA, like I've said before. This is Black Girls Anime, Mrs. Eunice.
I love the way you said my name.
How y'all doing?
I'm great.
Fantastic. Welcome home, Auntie.
What's poppin', baby?
It's been so long. It's been really long.
Has it really been that long?
I honestly don't know how many episodes you've been last time.
30 years long.
It was a blur for me, so
Yeah, no, it was 30 years long. So it's been like at least 5 years since you were here.
Not 5 years.
I swear, but
me.
I mean, that's about how long Black Clover the anime lasts. So
we had you on episode 45, and we're on episode 82.
Damn.
That's literally almost a year if you really think about it. That's literally almost a year.
I said what I said.
Wait. He said, listen, bitch, you have not been here in a while.
I mean, it's not like you ain't had stuff to do.
That's true.
You had a whole
I stay booked and busy. I stay booked and busy every time. Her.
That's what I love to hear, though. Good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're busy,
tell
that's
us
good.
about some stuff you've been doing. What's some stuff you've been doing that you want to flex on them real quick?
Like the Crunchyroll announcing next month. How did that go?
I did a little judging for Crunchyroll Awards. You know, I really tried.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. You know, I really tried. Like you know me. I put the underdogs. Okay, I tried. I was giving the people what they wanted, but the other judges, I don't know what was going on there.
So
look, I'm a person, okay? I was trying to give my people. Great Pretender, right? Oh, you know what? Don't even play with me. You know what? You know where I'm at.
All right, I'm just making sure.
The Great Pretender Spring House.
We gotta put him on the Great Pretender.
Listen, I was doing BN, being Angel. What's it called? Brand New Animal. I was giving them Multi Patriot. I was giving them the tea, honey. I was writing dissertation. You should have saw
Dissertation.
I was working. This was me and my computer. You see my nails? You see how long these nails are? These were me. We were tapping for hours, baby. We were giving the people what they needed to hear. I was defending anime like this was a job for me. I put in more work than I did in college. Like this shit was crazy.
And it didn't cost you. It didn't cost you arm and a leg to do that neither. So yeah, I'm all about it.
I was really trying to give the people what they wanted, and when I saw like everything that happened, I was just sitting there and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, Eunice, you tried.
You tried. Oh no.
You really gave them you gave them the list, okay?
So you let them pick God of High School for a winner and
listen, I ain't let them do anything.
I'm kidding. That's a joke. I don't actually know what happened.
I did my part. I loved it. It was a great experience. It was amazing.
Good. I'm glad.
It felt unsurreal because I just think like, dang, my 5-year-old self, would she really believe that this shit really happened? I've been watching. I've been like doing this animation for so long, so seeing it like fruition, I was like, hold up, this is interesting. So I can't talk about the process. I can't talk about like, you know, this and this. But y'all just need to know, Auntie tried. Auntie tried. Okay,
and that's all I care.
And that's all that matters. Okay, I tried. Look,
I'm proud of you regardless.
If I could have done my own awards, Black Clover would have won hella shit. But you know, we gonna get into it later. I'm a Black Clover stain till I die. Asta's mom. Y'all should just be calling me Asta's mom at this point because that is.
We've always called you that. What are you talking about?
The streets need to call me that too.
I was about to say we, like the community, the podcast. We know we call you that.
Every time somebody's like tries to talk to me, they're like, "Okay, so we know you're Asta's mom." I'm like, "Period."
You know,
that's what it is.
We can give Black Clover an award though. First anime.
Yo, openings, not even openings. It's crazy. And Black Clover got some good openings too, and they're slacking.
We have a special announcement on March 30th. Yes, I have it in my calendar. Yes, I took off work for it. Well, who gonna check me? Okay, this is my son's show. I'm very passionate about Black. I love
you. Look, if the folks who've been here before,
so excited. I hope the special announcement is that they're coming seasonal. Yes, I took off work.
What I'm expecting, so this will sound crazy. I could see a movie happening.
So a lot.
I don't want a movie. I don't want a movie for one reason.
But I do.
It's gonna take forever to get here. Look at
Demon
Slayer.
But guess what though? Think about how much money they could put into the animation quality for a Black Clover movie, and people be like, "Oh, yeah, this is what this could be."
Wait a minute, you talking spicy? I like that.
So since we're on the topic right now about the Black Clover news and everything, so I agree with Ray here. When they said Black Clover is gonna stop production on episode 170, I know Perry is not dumb enough to just cancel the whole series and not continue anime. They know how much money and popularity it has over the countries.
It's an up and comer. That popularity hasn't even gotten close to peaking.
It hasn't in the month. Yeah.
And so it's either two announcements that's going to be happening. Either what Ray said is a movie announcement, or two is going to turn into a seasonal anime series for the future.
We want the seasonal.
Because if you have seen what Eunice is saying, if you have seen the past episodes, animation quality that has gotten improved, that could be the possible forte of where they're going, is a seasonal aspect, because maybe that's what they want. The Spade Kingdom arc, if you read the manga right now, the Spade Kingdom arc is going spicy. It's right now current chapters. Right now, me and Ray are excited for what's going on for the manga right now. So if you guys check out manga reviews as well, go ahead that too for that quick plug. So it's definitely possible for that seasonal aspect, because My Hero has gotten popular because of the seasonal aspect. Demon Slayer, other series, JJK. So maybe Paris said, you know what? We should become seasonal and has better animation as well. That's a possibility.
I hope so, because I feel like Black Clover deserves that. It really does. Like, I tell people all the time, like, and this is not a knock against the show. It's just that the animation quality of Black Clover does not compare to the other shonen in that category. It just doesn't. But if it had the same quality of animation, that show would slap and people would be talking about it all the time.
Exactly.
It really would. It's got the story. I mean, it's got enough story to be interesting. Just give it the animation to back it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Exactly.
Because I was, man, I basically was like, all right. I was watching an episode. I'm like, all right, they flew at a right angle. And I was like, no, you can't do that. Y'all can fly more than a right angle.
Dude, that shit hurt.
When that happened, I said, oh, no, why y'all do them like that? He said, I was like, oh.
Y'all be acting hurt. I be dead ass crying. I be dead ass in my room with tears streaming down my eye. So, because I have so much faith in Black Clover, and I have so much love for Black Clover that when I see things and then people clown it, that should be so embarrassing to me. I feel like this is my story. Like, this is I sat there and wrote Black Clover. Like, me and the creator, we be just vibing. Like, I swear to God, if that man ever met me, he would love me. If I talk about his character, he would be like, yeah, this is a real fan. I'd be like, yes, friend. I am a real fan. No, but that shit really hurt. It's embarrassing. Like, I have to always constantly defend Black Clover against all my guy friends, and it's so aggravating. So like, I have to tell cool. It's so not. It's so.
We're that podcast that everybody looks at. It's like, oh yeah, most of them like Black Clover.
Except Sam. Except Sam here.
Sam.
I haven't touched it.
Which is rude, first of all.
It's so rude.
It is because like the whole team reads.
Read by the time I got back. What the hell?
He did say something like that he would touch it one day. He did say that
one day.
And he has not come because
school, grad school.
I refuse to believe that.
Look, Sam, you know how to read. You know how to read. Okay?
You know how to read. You got to show me that.
You read better than like 3 Miguels. Okay,
that's very true.
You could catch up to Black Clover in a weekend.
Whoa!
Probably not that.
Yes, trust me. Sam is a fast reader. Sam is a fast reader.
If I did it in a week, Sam could do it in a weekend.
See, I'm so slow sometimes. Like I have to actually like reread like chapters because I'm like, dang, what happened? And then I'll be like, oh yeah. And then I'm reading, I'm like, oh wait, I already know this happened. And I'm like, okay, cool.
That was me watching it tonight. I was like,
oh yeah. So much anime going through my brain as like constantly talking about it that sometimes like I'll be thinking of Black Clover and I'm thinking of Jujutsu Kaisen and I'm thinking of fucking Maid Sama and I'm like, they're all bunches in my head. I'm like,
Jujutsu Kaisen is complicated. I love it to death, but damn, it's complicated.
You know what? You're not lying, especially these recent chapters. What's going on? A plus B ain't equaling C. Okay, what happened to the original plot of the movie?
But I think that's why I like it so much now, though, is because it was like, you know what? Actually, no. You thought I was going this way. We're going this way.
No, they going all over the place. Listen, I told my girls, I have a group chat. They're called the Clovers. Shout out to my girls, the Clovers.
Shout out.
I was like, yo, I deadass really do think I need to reread from the beginning Jujutsu Kaisen because right now where I am mentally, like, cause like all my we are adults, we grown, we're not children. So
we grown now. Yeah.
We got bills to pay. So I'm like, I'm reading Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm like, yo, I really do think I'm dumb, you guys. I can't remember all this shit.
So
you're not though. It's just so much.
So I got not spoiled. I saw the timeline of what this past week chapter was. But no, I'm not gonna say it. But what I saw in said person, I'm like, oh, okay. Like I got spoiled over like maybe like 80 something chapters that I don't know what happened in the whole Shibuya arc. But to know what's going on, I'm like, how did we get here?
So like you saw that, but you don't know what's happening.
No, you don't. Nobody knows what.
No, I don't know.
I don't that manga anymore. That manga is making my brain hurt.
No, I agree. I don't know what's really going on since I did not read the whole Shibuya arc. But when I saw tweets since I'm not reading the manga. I'm just an anime watcher currently. But I saw people.
I'm the only one here reading the manga.
Yeah, currently.
That's why me and Ray are best friends because y'all playing.
But from what I saw in this chapter makes me want to read it because I read the prequel. That's what I'm gonna say. It's for this to be finally connected. I'm like, The
prequel just had my baby daddy in it. Sexy ass. Woo!
And I'm like, Knox, when he tweeted what happened, because I read a bit of synopsis coverage just to know what's going on, and I'm like, yeah, I might want to read JJK now.
You could just catch up and know what's happening.
No, that's what I might do because of this chapter. It made me actually intrigued to actually know what the hell's going on.
I've been telling y'all for the past 5 months to catch up on Jujutsu Kaisen. Catch up because everybody else already up on it. And then you'll be like, wow, JJK is so great. And I'll be like, wow, who told you that?
Well, if I do catch a view, we can start reviewing it because since we do Black Core every bi-weekly or something, so then we can do JJK weekly then.
I mean, although I'll tell you right now, JJK is hard to talk about.
Yes.
You cannot talk about Jujutsu Kaisen and have not spoil things.
Yeah.
Because you'll have a conversation, like me will have a conversation with somebody that watches Jujutsu or reads Jujutsu Kaisen and you're like, so yeah, this happened and they behind, or they're just only watching anime, but you can't help but spoil it because you're confused. You're trying to talk confusion on yourself. So you can't really talk about Jujutsu Kaisen without spoiling shit. So
I can't even talk about where they are right now in the anime.
From what's going on right now, I don't understand. We don't get each other because now I'm confused. Like, okay, so then, but this just happened. But
who?
Then what are we doing? Yeah, I'm like, I'm getting frustrated because I'm like, I love this. I stained this manga. First of all, they did it the right way. They got all the women interested. They gave us sexy men, sexy daddies. So of course, I'm already interested. I like to watch 2D men look good. And then you're gonna confuse me after you hooked me.
You confuse me.
He violated me. I felt so violated reading that manga. I was like, you got well. I was like,
I really like it. Like JJK is the one that I feel like nobody was like really paying attention to JJK when it first happened. But I was like, oh no, I like it. I mean, and the reason why I immediately started like watching / reading, because I started reading JJK as soon as it came out, and I was like, I like this because I was like, well, Bleach did, so this is what I got. And I was like, oh, this is actually really good.
I can only flex with Jujutsu Kaisen because Viz Media sent me book 1, book 2, and book 3, and I was like, what? I was like, they saw my tweets because I no cap though, no cap. I'm not saying I'm the first. I'm just saying on Twitter for a while, it was just me talking about Jujutsu Kaisen trying to get the people tamped up because they're like, oh, that shit look lame, that shit look stupid.
Isn't that what they say about everything though?
I was begging for an anime. Like, y'all go through my tweets and you type in Jujutsu Kaisen, you can start from the beginning. Yo, I used to beg and cry like, yo, where the anime at? They told me the anime coming. It's December, no anime. December, no January, no anime. Where the anime at? And then the anime came out. I was like, and
it's really good. It's really good.
What do you think of the anime so far?
Mad annoying. What'd you say?
What do you think about the anime so far?
Yeah.
About what?
JJK's anime?
Oh, what do I think about it?
Yeah.
I love it, but I can't believe that they said that big butt woman was Jennifer Lawrence. Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah.
Big butt woman. When Megan Thee Stallion is right there, okay? They could have used big but and you don't choose Megan Thee Stallion. But granted, Megan Thee Stallion was not as popping as she was now during the time of Jujutsu Kaisen. So he was given. But he could have Serena Williams because she's tall, big booty, big Jaluka. Like he could have done. Jennifer Aniston, I had to go look at her pictures.
But you also have to see how in Japan
he could have said Hillary Duff, and I would have been like, you know what, you're right.
Yes,
you know what, I'm okay with that. I'll be okay with that.
But she's not tall though. She's not tall.
I don't care. Remember, girl got cake.
Yes. No, she has to be tall with a big booty, and he could have chose Serena Williams. That would have been perfect.
So I think so, and this is me being black. I'm thinking that this author decided to not do that because of the stereotype. It's like, oh, I shouldn't pick.
Okay, black woman. I was expecting him to say big booty Judy. He wanted a big booty. Okay, that's what I heard.
I did my research and I spoke to a couple of Japanese people and they said that big butts like that is over like too much. So for them, big butts is like Jennifer Lawrence. Like,
told you that.
Well, from what I heard and spoke to Japanese people, that's what they said. Like that's why they have her.
There must be some other kind of Japanese people.
Yeah,
they said big booty. They said big booty. That's what they were expecting. Okay, I got a diverse friend group. But then again, like my friend was America, so you know he might be a little different. Okay, yo, imagine they would have said, who else got a big butt that's tall? Now I gotta think. There's just only a black woman. I can't think of anybody else.
And how about J-Lo?
Who?
How about J-Lo?
Jennifer Lopez.
See, I was gonna say Jennifer Lopez, but Jennifer Lopez isn't tall though. She's short.
She's not really that tall, no.
She's not tall.
Sure. Who do it?
The only woman I would have seen, and that's why
But we have to see it from the Japan culture. For them, short people.
I know.
So like,
for me, I would have loved to see.
They got the internet just like we do.
Period. They really do though. He could have typed in big tall booty girl and boom. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna say that person's name because they might.
I mean,
he could have said Aisha Tyler. 6 feet tall.
He could have said Tiana Taylor. He could have gave us women. Okay, women with booties. Because I had to look this woman up because I had to check it out, and I was like, tall with a big butt. And I went and I saw it, and I was like,
hey, how tall is Rosario Dawson?
Oh, I don't know.
Jordan Sparks, bro.
Okay, yeah.
No, okay. Jordan Sparks. Wait a minute, I gotta think.
Yeah,
she 5'10".
No, idol Jordan Sparks. Yes, now no, she's like thinner.
Let's see who else we got.
Rosario Dawson is.
Well, the only woman that would have been perfect is Serena Williams. She has.
Rosario Dawson is 5'7".
That's
Huh?
pretty short. That's not that tall, though.
That's not that tall.
Who?
That's not that tall.
Who?
Rosario.
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
That's
Like
not
I
that
said,
tall.
the only one that made sense that has the world recognition. He could have said Beyonce. Come on.
Yeah.
Beyonce would have worked too, honestly.
Beyonce would have been perfect.
Yeah, Serena's 5'9". That's good.
Exactly.
5'9" is fine. Yeah.
And we're talking about Toto, chat, just in case you were like, what are they talking about? We're talking about Toto.
Chat also said Tracy Ellis Ross, but she's 5'7" as well.
But I love
Tracy.
Tracy.
Tracy Ellis Ross is
Oh,
sick.
she's beautiful. And she's only 48 and she's that beautiful.
Why am I green again?
He could have said Halle Berry and I would have said okay. I agree. Halle Berry got.
How tall is she? She seems like she's like 5'5".
She probably is.
She's actually pretty short. Actually, she's pretty short. Actually.
Damn. I'm trying to think who's tall. Now I gotta think about tall women that got booties. Because like I told you, I can only think of black women. I cannot think of anybody.
Can I Google that without getting in trouble? Hold up.
Incognito, brothers.
That's what I'm hitting right now.
I hit this. I won't even hold you. I really did too. Because I'm like, I need to think. There gotta be.
Halle Berry is 5'5".
Actual boot. I nailed that. How did I listen?
Whoa. You know what? I can't even say what I typed in because what I typed in is reckless.
Same.
But anyway, Halle Berry is 5'5".
I got a bunch of shoes.
Yeah, that's what you got.
Oh no!
You know who would have been perfect? That Ashley girl, the Ashley model girl, the curvy one, the Vava Voom. You know what I'm talking about? She like
Ashley Graham. Oh
yes, that's who it is.
Hold up. How tall is she?
You can't tell me Ashley Graham would not. Ashley Graham, tall, big booty. Come on,
just big.
Ashley Graham would have been perfect. Yo, Ashley Graham would have been.
She 5'9". We in there.
Exactly, she would have been perfect. If they didn't want to give, if they didn't want like a woman of. Ashley Graham is white, right? I can't remember.
think so.
I think she's white, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Okay, if they didn't want a person of color, they could have definitely just hit up our good sis Ashley Graham. Okay, Ashley Graham is a stallion.
Oh my!
Stallion. Ouch. Ashley Graham growing up to me was just, she was fine. But like I said, for me, I changed it. Well, I didn't personally change it. Somebody changed it to Megan Thee Stallion. It just made more sense.
I mean, that makes perfect sense though.
It makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
We stay in Meg here, so
exactly. Her. We're Megan Defense Squad.
Damn. All right. Anyway,
yeah.
So, Jujutsu Kaisen, I love it. It's great. I want more of it.
Me too.
I
want to, bring it back to the original plot.
Now I'm waiting on Chainsaw Man. I need my Chainsaw Man anime.
Oh yeah, part 2 as well.
Oh no, part 2 will be when my little baby will be going to school. Oh my God.
I'm just curious to know how's that gonna go. Like, what type of slice of life?
Weird dynamic.
Like, what type of slice of? Yeah. Like, what type of
he
slice
went
of life
from,
character?
He went from killing devils and monsters and demons and not going to school.
He gonna do that at school. He gonna do that. What you mean?
I mean,
he gonna do that? We all love with school art. Don't play.
We've seen that in so many. Exactly. We've seen that so many times.
Okay, and now we don't see it with my baby.
Except in One Piece. Except in One Piece, there's no school arc.
It's with D. How do you say his name again? I feel like I say it so weird.
Is Denji?
Denji?
Is it Denji?
Yeah, Denji.
Denji.
I was like Donkey. He'd be like, what?
Oh, Donkey.
Donkey! Get out of my swamp.
Donkey.
I feel like I say it with such aggression that it sounds so weird. Because like I was telling my house, like, yes, Donkey. They're like, who? I was like,
no. Yeah,
I was like, listen, look, I have too many anime names in my head. Okay, listen, just bear with me.
But no, I hope that
I think Chainsaw Man was so bomb. It was interesting.
Oh, it's great. It was a great 97, 98 chapters.
My volume 3 came yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, did it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Amazon's just playing with me. All right, cool.
Yeah, they are. Mine showed up yesterday.
Yeah. Say less, Amazon. I'm gonna remember that. when they want my money.
Because these guys know I don't buy many physical volumes, but I'm buying all Chainsaw Man.
Oh hell yeah!
So
I want to buy. My Jujutsu Kaisen apparently got lost in the mail.
No.
Zero. It got lost. I know the mailman stole it. I know he told me. I know he's an anime fan. He be talking. He be trying to talk and get into it.
He said,
he shook it. He was like, "Yeah,
this feel like a manga volume.
he said, I should take this. I like this manga.
Yeah, this is the one. Because I ain't never received that book. I like hit up Amazon. I'm like, so where the package at? Because everybody got theirs but me, and they said, "Oh,
what happened was
you got robbed."
Bezo, what are you doing?
He told me, "No, ma'am, no for you, not for you today." I gotta wait now. They're gonna send me a new one. They said in like 3 weeks. That's how sold out it is, you guys.
Wow, that's good though. Like that's good with the popularity that's sold out because it shows that a lot of people are buying
Are you kidding me?
Like that's great.
I'll take that though. I'm all about it.
Did you see his dad? My God. Fine. Jesus.
Speaking of dads, I get this feeling we're about to see some of those in My Hero Academia here soon.
Oh yeah, him.
Potentially.
Maybe.
That's just a guess. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? So, Auntie, what else you been watching / reading? What else are you enjoying right now?
I've been watching Motrat Patriot. You know that little detective, little Sherlock Holmes thing.
Moriarty.
Moriarty. Yo, that shit is. Oh, that's just. I love it. And I also watched Skate 8 to the Infinity. You know, I'm with this. You know, I love Air Gear. So this is Air Gear 2.0 to me. I've also been watching Egg. What is that shit called? Egg.
Wonder Egg or something like that.
I just call it the Egg anime.
One animation keeps messing with my brain because they keep calling it that too, and I'm just like, I could have sworn it was something else. But I've been watching the Egg anime. And I love it. I dropped Yashahime due to I'm just not gonna watch that bullshit no more. I was also watching. Yeah, right.
That's fine.
Yo, I'm really bad at names, so you guys bear with me. It's not like I'm slow or anything. I just really suck at names.
It's cool.
But Hormine, the one where the guy is like two different people. In like at school, he's like, really like, studious, and then at home he got the piercings, the tattoo. Okay, but I'm also watching that. What else am I watching? Oh, I started rewatching Nana as a grown woman. So I try to watch Nana almost every 5 years or so. So I watched Nana as a young girl. So I watched Nana when I was 13, and then watched it again when I was about 18, 19, and now I'm watching it. I'm 25 now, and I'm watching it, and now for the first time in my life, I understand Nana K. Because I've been through what she's been through. So now it makes sense on why she is, how she is, and all that stuff. Because I'm like, because, like, I've been in this relationship for so long, and then all this shit happened and all that. So I've been really, like, going, and then also been rewatching Fushiyugi, and Kaleidostar from my childhood. Because, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. And then I also started watching Supergirls last night, but that's because I and Ron Kotobuki, we are just me, I am her, she is me, we are together. Okay, so that's what I've been doing. I've been watching a lot of new stuff, but also going back into my childhood days to really, really understand certain complex characters, like characters that I pushed away or said that they were weird or dumb. I was watching Aishino no Ceres, and I understand now why Ceres was so mad and so villainous about getting home. Because as an adult, as a woman now, I was a girl then, and I didn't understand her anger. I thought it was misplaced and weird. But as a woman now, if anyone did to me what that man did to her, I would only see red. So you know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing. I've been really looking at animes that I watched as a young ass. I mean, I was 13, watching a lot of wild shit. And I'm watching it now, and I'm like, okay, I get why she's so complex and interesting, why she snapped, and I get why she's so clingy. Because with Nana K, the reason I didn't like her was because she was so clingy. And now as a grown woman, I'm like, okay, I get why sis is the way she is. I would have done the same thing. Well, maybe not. I personally would have punched. If my man cheated on me, I mean, I've been through that. But if my man cheated on me, first of all, I would have punched him and the girl, especially if it's in my face. Everybody gonna catch these hands. I would never cry and run away. That's just personally me.
Tax free.
Because that's what happens. I mean, that's what happens. I understand now how being used by men and just all the things that she went through. I get it now. I understand the mentality that she was in, the mental headspace she was in. So I'm like, damn, girl, this shit relatable as fuck.
But I feel you, and it's I I think that more people should go back and rewatch stuff that they watched as kids because, like, either first you're gonna realize, oh, this really isn't as good as I thought because I didn't know as much as I know now, which you don't. You're a kid, but you're also gonna be able to understand the themes of some of those anime. Much like, so I went back and rewatched Ghost of the Shell, and I was like, hey, yo. This is way darker than I thought it was.
The Fruit Basket. A lot of people thought that Fruit Basket was like this really mushy story, and then when they brought Fruit Basket with the author's permission and with her guidance, your people are now calling me like, Eunice, you were right this whole time. It is so dark, and I'm looking at them like, duh, cockaboo. I read it as a child. Why did I feel being 13 years old in the library reading that nonsense? That shit traumatized me. I used to think that were just pieces of shit. My girl suffered. A lot of my girls. I mean, a lot of characters suffered in that damn.
Yes, but I'm just like, I wish that more people took the time to like go back and kind of rewatch stuff that we
rewatch your favorites.
Yeah, rewatch your favorites. Like with what you know now, you will see and understand things so differently. And I mean, you also might not have tolerance for stuff that you had tolerance for back then because you didn't know.
True.
So it's just you change as a person. I mean, I think it's a good way to kind of benchmark how you have grown as a person. You know,
and plus your taste. And plus, your taste improves, and you understand more of yourself because of your experience that you have learned. Because Sam actually put me onto a show that's currently airing this season. It's called Bottom Tier Character Tomozuki, and it's so good.
No. Is it really good?
Yeah. Well, for me, I enjoy it. Sam actually read the manga, but me and him watching is 3 episodes in that me and him have watched out of 12 episodes that is aired for the season, and it's really entertaining because it gives you the whole type of high school vibe where a kid is like so good at something, but he also feels very alone outside of his world. But this girl helps him out that you have to see the world as what you love as a game. See the world as a game that you're trying to level up and improve yourself as a character yourself. And like a lot of people have been in this place. Wait, what?
She's spitting over there.
Oh no, she's spitting facts because he actually starts to realize slowly and bit by every day because he starts to improve, talks to a girl, knows how to talk to people finally, knows how to dress better, knows how to have a haircut, stuff like that, like stuff that you don't know how to do but learn is real life and stuff like that. Like nobody really teaches you that at times. Some people actually have to learn it themselves. So this anime is very cool and is very slice of life, but also it kind of reminds you of about the mistakes you did back in high school, all the stuff that you could have done better back then.
See, I ain't trying to relive none of that, so I don't watch Slice. I'm a grown ass. I'm a grown ass man now. I don't need none of that. No, you know what I'm saying? I have paid my dues. I don't need to relive them. No. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
I guess I like to relive trauma. Then I guess for me, I might.
You know, I have a therapist for that, so I'm fine. So like, nah, I'm good. I don't need all that. But I see what you're saying. No, I'm glad that you.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. But I'm curious to know, Auntie, have you been watching the Jobless Reincarnation for this season?
No.
Me neither.
Oh, damn, I want to hear your thoughts about it.
The reason I was gonna ask about that other anime. Thank God. I was gonna say, cut the mic.
No, we do not mention that here. We don't talk about that.
Okay, thank God. I would have had my heart would have gave out because
we don't talk about
for some reason Ray watched it and he took the L for us. He watched it. He said, you know, guys, I'm glad we don't talk about this. Let's never talk about it again.
All of us, I can be the loudest and tell people no, hell no. No.
You know, a lot of people. So the funny thing is we don't have to even say the name. I think a lot of people know what we're talking about regardless. Yes. I was on. It was craziest thing. Last night before I went to bed, I was actually on TikTok, and two guys had made a commentary talking about that anime, saying like how wild it was, and I was like, and I didn't want to read it. I'm not going to read it.
Don't.
Because as someone as old as I think that people who are saying that we're being sensitive or that we're being like
sensitive?
babies. And,
no.
Yeah, that's the word they're using. I don't think people understand that. In life, there are people who go through that and have been through certain things like that, where they don't want to relive it in the things that they love. Like personally, for me, I'm a grown woman, but I've been through hell and back, and there are certain things, and I choose peace now. Like I don't want.
Understandable.
I don't want to relive. Like people are like, oh, it's just an anime. But for a lot of people, that has happened to them.
Yep.
It's happened to women, it's happened to men, it's happened to however you identify yourself as. So for people to say that we're sensitive because we don't want to watch something that can bring back a trauma that you've been working past. So for me personally, as the grown woman that I am, nobody can tell me what to do. Nobody can tell me what to say. I will simply pass on it. Anime is my comfort. It's my safe. It's not even my safe place. It just brings me joy. And I spend thousands of dollars on it. So if I choose to not spend said thousands of dollars on that particular anime, I have every right. I don't really care what y'all do. The people who watch it, good for you. But me, I'm 25. And I pay bills. And everybody knows I pay for my shit. I pay for my shit. Boy, however you get your anime, that's to you, baby. And I don't judge you. I personally pay for my shit, and I'm not going to spend money on something I'm never going to watch.
Yep.
So
I'm with you.
And plus, what's more shocking is that there's a borderline for stuff to be licensed and be made, like TV shows and movies and anime. That type of show should have stayed where it was as a book or whatever, or hentai, whatever.
I'm not sure why they thought that this was like even a remote. Like, you know, some things don't need to be.
The own company is promoting it, so that should
exactly. And like it doesn't doesn't even promote it, because I follow said company and I love said company. But I'm not stupid. I also see that they have not promoted it, or maybe I missed it. Mm-hmm. And thank God. I mean, I'll be honest. I doubt that they are.
And I know people watch it, but I'm gonna watch it illegally anyway. So like, are y'all making the money back? Like, that's the question I have. Are they making the money back? Because it doesn't make when people talk to me about it, and I have like a lot of group chats that I'm in, and when people talk to me about it, they all tell me that they're watching it on not said website. They're watching it on illegal websites. So now I'm confused. Like, are they making money from this, or what is going? What was it? I want to know, because there's so many. Like, I think about how Norgine has never gotten season 3. I think about how animes that are impactful and people have been craving. Like, we've been craving Air Gear to get remade.
Yep.
We've been craving all these animes. So the fact that they took money that could have been used, in Eunice's opinion, to something that's more people friendly. People don't want to relive trauma. I don't want to relive my trauma, so I'm not gonna watch that bullshit.
I mean, including that, it's just shitty. Like, it's super shitty.
They could have just, and like I said, I'm not being sensitive. Again, I spend money on anime shit, and I would choose not to spend money on said anime. That's not me being sensitive. That's me protecting my peace and my mental health. I'm not gonna ruin my mental health and everything I've worked on for years over anime. I'm not gonna do that.
It just It really bugs me when people see something and they're like, oh man, people don't like this because they're sensitive. No, we don't like it because it's ass. It's literally bad. There's nothing about it that makes it even remotely interesting, let alone worth watching, other than the shock value.
It is so shocking.
No.
And the thing about that, people, so I was on this TikTok thread for a long time, because I was actually just reading a lot of comments, and people were saying that he deserves to do what he did, and and it's all about revenge. But at the end of the day, imagine if everyone that's been through that kind of nonsense went and did revenge. Mm-hmm. Imagine like people's like, oh, it's just anime. But imagine, okay, you all like to make anime about real life shit. So let's talk about it as if it's a real life thing. Imagine if everyone that's ever been in that situation went out of their way to then get revenge. First of all, a lot of people be in jail. Said myself, I would be in jail. A lot of people be in jail. Like, are you kidding me? Or people would be just missing. So like,
I just think that it's people like to defend shitty things when they have time, and I'm like, use your time somewhere else. But I don't want to give this thing any more time. So because it's super shitty, and I don't think anybody should watch it, and not even just to know about it. No.
And plus, if you do, keep that to yourself.
Honestly, don't like if you don't tell me about it. Don't tell me, because I will instantly discredit you. Don't tell me about it.
So, yeah, honestly, you keep it to yourself.
I'm just looking like you crazy. I'm gonna just be like, oh, that's okay, that's good. I wouldn't even, you know what? I ain't gonna judge you. I'm just looking like,
I'm absolutely judging you.
I'm not gonna judge people, because like I've seen, like, like we've been all watching this anime shit so we've seen some pretty wild shit. This one takes the cake. But who am I to judge when you all watch Bible Black? You know what I mean?
Never
You know,
watch White Boy Black. Never.
Okay,
Never
so
have.
okay, you're in the elite class. My bad. So, I can't judge nobody. It's not for me. And move on with my life. We didn't know that.
Oh,
Class of
no.
people ain't seen it. Sorry.
He's seen far worse. Don't let him fool you. Don't let
Over here
him
trying to
fool
make me feel bad. Leave me alone. I was listen. I joined an AOL group chat. I had this being in. They put me on a little 13-year-old. They didn't know I was 13 though, but I did lie about my age. But that's a different story. They put me on to that anime, and you know my little dumb ass went and did a little tippy typing at 2 a.m. and seen some things.
Some things is right.
Some things. I sat there and watched this thing like.
You was like, oh, they're praising the Lord, but different Lord though.
Oh, they were praising.
There was no praising.
They were praising something. All right, there was a scene that I think about. It something like when we were talking about it with a lot of my friends who've seen it. We talked about that one scene, the iconic. Let's just call it the iconic scene in that anime.
You talking about the shotgun scene?
Anywho, you know what I'm talking about. We talk about that one. Everybody brings that one up because that was just
because it's not good. No, why? What was the reason? There was no reason for that.
No reason. Yo, like, oh my god, yo, like that's why I tend not to.
Vash, don't look that up. I know you're doing it. Don't do it.
I was responding to the chat and I didn't hear what you guys said.
Yeah, he ain't Google incognito. Don't play with me.
That's for my phone. That's for my phone. PC. My PC does not get incognito mode. That's my phone. But that's a whole different story. But a question I was gonna ask. So we have heard of the most recent news of the Promised Neverland have been going different this season, being derailed. What the hell? That's just weird. Like, why would you so many fans of the manga are mad of how the anime cut off a whole arc.
60 chapters.
Yeah, 62 chapters. That's insane.
Can I just say something? I'm not defending the anime, but I will say that I feel like, and I tweeted this out, that I said they're doing this to drive up manga sales. Like, let's get real. Demon Slayer's animation made the manga popular. Because nobody was reading. Well, I wouldn't. You know what? I'm not gonna say nobody. A lot of people weren't reading the manga until they watched the anime. So I'm pretty sure that people are watching how Demon Slayer went from being relatively unknown, and then after episode 19,
broke records.
Because I had friends that have never watched anime call me and be like, "What is Demon Slayer and why is it so popping? Like, why is this animation amazing?" So a lot of anime companies are, in my opinion, are seeing that and like, okay, how can we? Now I can be completely wrong saying this, but how can we top that? How can we get the manga driving? How can we get our movie popping? Like, Demon Slayer is the #1 movie in Japan. What did it beat? A Studio Ghibli movie?
It beat all of them.
It beat all of them.
It is the number one.
Your Name, it beat Spirit Away.
It was a review everything.
If it wasn't for that, I can bet money on it. If it wasn't for that animation, Demon Slayer would not be as popular as it was.
So
you're exactly right.
You're absolutely right.
So it made it worth watching. Even me, even I started getting chills. Like after episode 19, I was like, yo, I need to pick up. I went and bought the manga, you guys. Wait, I never said I don't buy shonen. I read it on my Shonen Jump app, but I don't buy shonen. So the fact that I hippity scopped my ass to Barnes and Nobles and picked up by then six damn books, I was like, damn, that animation good. So I don't blame them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them either because it really showed like, hey, this is a hit, like an instant hit. But that's the thing, they made a hit. It wasn't a hit before. They made one.
It was something that, but I really do think that it was something that could only happen one time. Because you can't strike gold twice. Everybody knows that. Like Demon Slayer, the animation, in my opinion, saved it. Like it made it worth your while, and then you go in and then you find out it's an action of the series.
It
but like,
depends.
if it wasn't for the anime, let me ask you a question. Do you think of the anime, like the people who are watching too, they can answer too. I don't know who's watching, but do you think that if the anime never happened, that Demon Slayer would be as popular as it is right now?
Nope.
No. That's a simple no.
I'm gonna keep that out. Don't come for me, but it's okay because
no, but like it's
it's true though.
Like it is okay for the anime to be very, very good, and for the source material to not be as well represented. To be completely honest, it didn't happen all the time. Like for instance, the opposite happened with One Punch Man season 2. One Punch Man, that manga version of that is incredible. The animated version of that, absolute. I'm gonna say it, ass cheeks.
That's actually interesting that they like. That's what I'm saying. So what Demon Slayer? What Promised Neverland is doing is actually, I said it. I think it's an interesting way to get people to read manga because that's a skill. Because a lot of people. I've been talking on Twitter this whole time, and so many people have been telling me like, yeah, we're just going to go buy the manga or read the manga because we want to know what the hell these 62 chapters that everybody keeps talking about is. That's like, look at them. They're trending on Twitter right now. Like if you go on Twitter right now, hold on. The Promised Neverland is trending with over 12,000 tweets and counting. As we're speaking, it's getting trend. People are like, what is the Promised Neverland? Why did they skip so many chapters? Okay, now I have to go read said chapters. So manga sales are gonna drive. If I was a business, because I just have such a business mindset at times. And if I was an animator, that's something I would do. I would literally go out of my way to force people to buy the manga.
So I wish that was the case. I know.
I would say this was I would do because that's how I be thinking.
Because that did not help the guy to high school at all.
Oh, that did not help. But to add to Ray's argument and everything is that it's just.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense, like, to take us 62 chapters. Like, if they cut off some story or detail out of those 62 chapters and put it as 30 chapters into a couple of episodes, but to cut off a whole arc where most of the manga readers said that this arc is one of the best arcs of this whole story, and for you to cut off this, it's like a huge question to know, why did you do this? What made you guys decide it? And it could be right where Auntie said, to bring up manga sales, because it could improve that. It could bring more manga readers. Me and Sam are one of the people that are more interested to read the manga sales now. I mean, to go read the manga series itself now, because we're like, wait, we were reacting to the series, we were reading a couple chapters, and now they're telling us that they're gonna cut off the whole gold arc, I think it's called. So for them to do that, like, why? What's the reason? What's the sort? Are you going to change the placement? And this was the choice of the creator themselves. So, like, what made you change this choice?
And another thing that really interests me is, like, the Promised Neverland season 1 was such a banger.
It was.
It was in itself, yeah. It actually was.
It was alone. They didn't have to. The way they went about this, they didn't have to do it, because had they just followed the script of the manga, because the manga was written. Though we're not gonna sit here and cap like, oh, the manga's like been amazing like from beginning to end. But they had their little hit and misses, but they at the end they brought it all together. Had they just gone the route of let's say the bunk. Is that a spoiler? Okay, let's just say this episode. What would be episode 2 or 3? That scene where we're missing a certain character. That was, in my eyes, unnecessary. I feel like they should have never tipped that person out. That would have been very, actually, kind of shocking for anime-only people. Like, oh my God, there's somebody that's, grown. And it would have been so impactful, and it probably would have had people like having a Demon Slayer kind of moment had they not taken out that one important person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's, in my opinion, was a miss on their part. They should have never taken out that person. They should have let us and those who are only anime people see that person and be like, yo, this is crazy. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm blown away. I need to read now.
Is the original creator on board with, like, is it a part of the anime?
They said that everything was going to be changed. They said this earlier in the year that this was not new. This wasn't me. This, like, when I saw it, having how it's going, it wasn't news to me, because they did say that they were not going to follow the manga. That
Interesting.
Was stated.
Interesting.
Because I could have sworn I read that, but they said that.
You're right. It was confirmed by the anime studio and the artist that it was going to lead to its own original ending.
And you know what? And that leads to what you said at first, is that they were trying to drive manga sales, and that to me rings ding ding ding. That's exactly what they were doing, because they want you to watch the anime, but they were like, hey, well, they say that it's different in the manga, so I'm gonna go read the manga.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's exactly what's happening, to be completely honest with you. Like, that's the writing on the wall right there for me. It's like, hey, we're gonna make some changes, and it's like, you know what? I need you to drive up the manga because I make more money off of those than I do off the anime. So I mean, that maybe there is some, some conspiracy there.
Honestly, if I end up being correct, somebody need to pay my house bills. Because I really be sitting here like calculate, like I'll be sitting here thinking like if I ran an anime studio, how would I want to drive? Because not only are you driving now the animator, everybody's getting paid. I'm getting paid big bucks, and then they're gonna start giving me other shit to do, and I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna hit it again. I'm gonna do what I want. What? Who gonna check me? Nobody. I'm making money. So I don't know. Maybe because I just think so differently. Like the minute I saw what was going on, I was like, this is like amazing. Because in my opinion, there is no such thing as bad publicity.
No.
Publicity is amazing. So why do I keep saying Demons?
Promised Neverland.
Promised Neverland is trending right now. People are talking about it, the good, the bad, the damn near ugly.
And that's what matters. The most.
And that's what matters.
It's got the mind share right now.
They got what they wanted. They got what they want. They got people talking about their anime. They got
either way, and even if like 1% of the people who are talking about it decides to go and read the manga, that's a win for them.
That's a win. Because that one person, like, it's not just one person. Then they're gonna be like, "No, I just read the manga, all that shit. They skipped it. You need," and then people are gonna be like, "Oh, word, say less." And then now they're gonna be like, people who are manga collectors are gonna be like, "Damn, I should probably add this to my collection since it's gonna be something that's hot." Boom.
Oh, and honestly, it will be. So like, if you are a person who is a fan of Promised Neverland and has been and don't have these, you better go get them because they're gonna be hard to get.
If I were you, I would wait a little bit because Books A Million always does their buy two get one free with media.
Yes.
I always watch you. I love saving money. Look, I'm a designer. I'm a bougie bitch, but I like a good deal.
Save $1 though.
So you're gonna save with me. Period. Like, Books A Million need to stop playing and sponsor me because I'm putting them on. I had to leave Barnes and Nobles because Barnes and Nobles tried it. This last year, they didn't do no manga sale.
Yo, that's how I got those three DVDs of Haikyuu. Technically, all three of them cost $400. All three together. I got it for $150. I got it as a sale. Save money.
Look, I just bought all of Nana book 1 to 21. It was originally after it was like almost damn near $300 including shipping. I went and bought the $25 Books A Million thing. Then I said, all right, cool. Then I went and found me a little 20% off coupon. My bill went up to $170. I said, I win. Look,
I'm all about it.
She don't play about her coin, y'all. Like, listen, if I can save money on Vienna, I would, but I can't. She don't take no coupon. She said, pay me, bitch. She said $300, pay it now or hold your peace because you ain't doing it again. So, like, I love sales on mangas, y'all. Like, I love a good manga sale. That's why Books A Million needs to stop playing and come sponsor the kid and, run me some coin. Okay? It takes a lot of money to look this good. This ain't cheap. Nothing on me cheap. So in conclusion, Books A Million, hire a bitch.
Books A Million, get at your girl.
No lie.
Get at your girl.
I feel bad in the chat because the chat just said Tokyo Ghoul needs justice, and I'm like, I feel bad for that fan base.
Tokyo Ghoul got, but wait.
Hey, I'm sorry, y'all.
Tokyo Ghoul's manga sale drove the fuck up because they did that nonsense they did.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all just gonna be sad. Like, just you got
what you got.
maybe wait 20 years, then you get like another type of Shaman King, like type of reboot.
No.
Wait, like
until we get more.
Damn near 20 years, please. Look, shit.
I'm getting Hunter x Hunter before they get in that. I'm just saying.
That's I'm getting listen, Hunter people.
I love y'all, but I'm getting Hunter x Hunter before y'all get any more Tokyo Ghoul.
Period. Listen,
I will fight.
Berserk. The fan base that we should really be crying for is not even Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter know that they're suffering. Berserk fans don't know when they suffering because they be playing with us, man. Look, I love Berserk. I would fight for Berserk.
At least they tried. They tried at least one chapter every couple of months. At least they get something.
He's giving me real. I'm gonna want to fight him soon. Okay, I need him to get on top of this level. Okay, honey, we need chapters. I'm getting tired. I know you got kids. I know you got a wife. I know you got a life. But baby, what's going on in your manga? Finish it. It's been 15 years. I want to age gracefully, ho. I'm tired. That's why I understand how One Piece people be doing it. Listen, I'm tired. I'm tired of staying and shit. That's the same thing with Nana. How she just gonna say she's sick and then she's just gonna leave us? Okay, now I'm 25. I started this when I was 13. Sister, come on. It's a year. It's been a decade. I'd be so mad sometimes. Like I just sit there like, I'm old, man. I can't be doing this. Like I love anime, but can I really be talking about this when I'm 40 years old? They're gonna look at me like I'm crazy, like I'm senile.
They can do whatever they want because we making money in
we really are. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna have to be really, really shook. Like if I wake up and I'm 40 years old and Nana just comes back, I'm gonna cry. If Nana comes back when I'm 50, I'm gonna be like, wow.
No lie. I need more rom-coms and slice of life recommendation because like I need to read more of those mangas because I want to be my feels. Like I really want to like read those type of series, and I know how much you promote those type of series on your Twitter and everything. And I'd be like, these are some long ass names, but the cover looks beautiful though. Should I get my feelings
right now my obsession is Something Is Wrong With Us, and because Something Is Wrong With Us gives me the vibes that I need at this age. Because if I like Something Is Wrong With Us, I would have read it when I was like 13. I would have been like, okay, this is stupid. But like when I'm reading it now, I'm like, yeah, sis, get that man. Tell him who's boss in this relationship. Like, I love it. So there's something. So the one that I'm like obsessed with right now is Something's Wrong With Us. I pre-ordered it like every book that so far is coming out. What is the other one I'm obsessed with? The smell one, the one where she Sweat and Soap. It's amazing.
Sweat and Soap is called?
These are all mature ones, yeah. So Sweat and Soap is amazing. I think Sweat and Soap is so wholesome because it's a unique experience where you see a man that's not. For the first time in a shoujo world, it's not a toxic relationship.
Nope.
And that's rare in shoujo. The shoujo is, I grew up on my Shingo, and that is a queen of toxic niggas left and right. All right, she's a queen of toxicity. So to read a manga at 25 and it be so like they have intercourse and it's a mature manga, but everything is dealt with like permission and consent, and that's rare. Because usually, like if you've ever read Honey X Drops, you know what I'm talking about. Consent is nowhere to be found. Okay, you read my Shingo. You read.
Why'd you say that name? Wow, you made me feel old. Congratulations.
What? Which one?
You know which one.
About the Honey X Drop.
Yep.
Honey X Drop. Oh, Honey X Drop. I read that shit when I was 10, and that had me thinking.
It made me feel old. Oh my god.
I feel old with you, baby, because I'm old too.
Honey Drop is something I should not have read it.
None of us, honestly, like I look back on all the toxic shit I read as a kid, and I feel like that's kind of explains my relationship problems when I was young. I kind of think like now that I understand, like this is the kind of men that I was really into. Like, ooh, child, you need therapy, deliverance, and Jesus all in the same thing because that shit was ridiculous. And it's crazy, but like that Sweat and Soap is so wholesome, and
it is actually
makes me believe that there are that you can actually find someone that you're in love with and like really fall in love with somebody. And it's beautiful. Now, Something Is Wrong With Us is definitely the opposite. Definitely something else that is it's consensual. Every time they have intercourse, it's consensual. The reason I say it's different is because that's a revenge. That is a revenge murder one. Okay, that one different. That one moves different, breathes different, is different. The whole damn thing is wild. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna read it again. But I love
right after the stream. You need to write me some of these type of shows just so I can read it on my time, because because the more you explain to them, I'll be like questioning myself, like, what's going on here? But it just makes it more intriguing that I want to know more information about it.
Yeah, I try it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I try so hard because Twitter only gives us 140 characters, and I try to be as very expressive. I try like how I talk in real life is how I try to talk on Twitter. Sometimes it's not the best idea to do that when you're talking about a manga, because then some people get like that they get that way I talk, and some people are like, I have no idea what you're saying. Can you say this in a English vernacular? And I'm like, oh my god, okay, fine. But I really do try to like explain the mangas the ways I can. Like one of the mangas I'm obsessed with right now, well, forever, is Boys With Flowers. Y'all already know I love that toxic shit, toxicity, and men that have no business being in my life. I must love it. So there's so many mangas I can always recommend you some good ones. I mean, DM me, I got you, baby. We can look at my collection together. All 300 and something. It's at 300 and something now because I just bought new manga.
You should have an anime list, because if you had an anime list, I would have just gone through your stuff and be like, okay,
everybody's been telling me to make that, and y'all, like I told you, y'all know my real life is
Yeah.
work.
Exactly. I
I'm
keep
doing
feeling
my
like
job.
they're like, Ray, you should start this extra list of stuff, and I'm like, no.
No,
You know,
like,
my
but just
friends
take
always
your
say that to me.
time. Just take your time. Like, do like once a week,
I
every 30
think
minutes or something.
if I make an English, I promise you, if I make an English, I'm probably not going to sleep for days. I'm going to want to make it perfect. I'm a perfectionist. Everything I put online, if I mess up, y'all know I'm the quickest to delete. If y'all saw it, that's not my business. I don't know. I didn't see it. So I'm a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist. So like if I do it, I know myself. So I'm really hoping with this, not even hoping, I'm saying with this move that I'm doing within this year, that I'm able to just take at least, I want to take 2 weeks before getting back into the work life, just to, do anime lists. There's so many people who want so much out of me, and I want to adhere them, and I want to give them what they want, because I'm a people person. I wouldn't say I'm a people pleaser, but I do want people that ask me to do like 10 billion things. I want to do it for them. So I want to do all these things. It's just, real life is not easy. This COVID shit took a lot out of me. It fucks you up financially. Like, people are like, oh, you can afford all these mangas, baby. Yeah, but do you know what I have to do that? Okay, I had to stand up for like 16
We get
hours.
what we want, you know what I'm saying?
We get what we want because we get what we want because we fight for that shit. Like, look, you can stand 16 hours a day doing what I do, making that money. You better spend it on what you want.
Exactly.
You better spend it on what you want, baby. Not what you need. F what you need. Get what you want. Okay.
Oh, man. I mean,
That's
there's
my
a
advice.
time and place for both. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh man. But so I wanted to ask you this. So with things kind of coming to, it's coming to a wrap for, 2020 is over and dead forever. In 2020, we had a lot of anime slip to 2021, hopefully. What is something that you enjoyed from last year that you didn't expect to enjoy because, you all of a sudden lost something that you were looking forward to watching?
What do you mean? Sorry.
So just like, hey, the stuff I was looking forward to, which was, a few things, slipped into this year, which haven't happened yet.
Yeah.
But what was something last year that was just unexpected that you watched? You were like, oh, this is.
I didn't think I was gonna love that detective anime. That detective. So I knew the characters were sexy.
Oh, the millionaire, the dollar detective.
Oh my god, that one. I knew I was gonna enjoy that one because I just that main character.
But the opening of the anime and the ending, and the money falling and everything, it was amazing. It was beautiful.
I love money. I'm a type of person where I'm to the bag. Okay, I love money. But
to the bag.
I am very to the bag. That's why I can work so much, because I'm a slave to capitalism, like my friends say. Ooh, so well. Life is expensive. So my life is expensive. So an anime that I did, like I said, Moriarty is, how do you say, it's like Moriarty or
Moriarty, yeah.
Moriarty Patriot. Wow, I did not think I was gonna love that, and I was, after the first episode, I became obsessed. I was obsessed. I went so Viz Media had sent me the manga, and I read it, and I was like, oh man, this is cool. But then the anime came out, and I was like, this shit fucking bangs. This is amazing. I started talking about it so much that my friends were like, girl, stop. We get it. It's good. And then I posted this sexy picture of one of the characters, and now everybody's my DMs like, who is that? And I'm like, one of your Perry Chat. Okay, y'all need to watch it. Wait, like, listen, my main demographic are the women, the gays, the days. Everybody's for auntie, but the main people who watch my stuff really love looking at 2D men. So I had to put that one in there. And another anime that I did not think I was gonna like was shit. I can't think of its name. No, that was 2019. Never mind. That was 2019. I was gonna say Copcraft, but that was 2019
that was.
I still haven't finished that. But damn, I still haven't finished that.
You missed it. I love that. I love the opening. Oh my god, it was such a good opening for so long. But I think it was that one, and what is that anime that is like in my brain? Oh, I didn't think I was gonna like Tower of Gods, the animation. I didn't get it, and I
feel like a lot of people felt that way.
I enjoyed what it was. I mean,
fuck Rachel though. Fuck Rachel.
You don't have to defend yourself on that one, because I mean, that animation style is different for sure. I don't think it was bad. It was just different.
We don't talk about the Tower of God. We ever gonna get to that one? See, the thing about the Tower of God, I won't even cap. I love the animation style. I thought it was beautiful. I thought everything about it was gorgeous. I thought they did an amazing job making it so colorful and vibrant. And that opening song was freaking amazing.
It was. It slapped.
It was a good opening.
Y'all can catch my tweets. I always said that Crunchyroll was in their bag animation wise. Because to me, animation-wise, that shit slaps. It was beautiful. I thought it was amazing. I thought everything about how the way they presented it, how my girl looked in her wedding pictures, I was like, she looks beautiful. So, leaving animation alone, the pacing was interesting. I felt like we were just breezing through chapters like it was no man's business, and it was something, all right. Animation-wise, a 10 out of 10. Story.
I mean, I like, and it's weird. I kind of like the way it progressed. It's just that, yeah, I know that there was a lot from the webtoon that wasn't there. So
like, a lot of people were saying a lot of like vital points were missing.
So I wouldn't, and I'll be honest, there were like maybe to me 2 big vital points that were missing, but everything else was like, this is an anime adaptation. Yeah, and they only had 12 episodes, so it's like we can't get everything in here, especially with just like kind of the depth of the like. There's so much talking in that, like there's so much, and I'm like,
and the lore as well is important.
They couldn't have got everything in it. Like I'll be very honest, they just couldn't have. It was gonna happen. They're gonna miss stuff.
Like I agree with what Ray is saying because like when you see a comic book adaptation storyline, you could change bits and pieces, but still have the end result. It's like Civil War, Endgame, Avengers, stuff like that. But when you have a webtoon adaptation and when you have the story, beats being told, but cut out like a big information, like Ray said, all right, you still understand the concept and the meaning of Tower of God, fuck Rachel, the whole type of season 1. But with what happened with God of High School, with, for example, episode 11. Episode 11 had almost 17 or 18 chapters in one episode. Yeah, we're like what Ray said, I think a couple weeks ago, that's like 2 minutes per chapter. That's impossible. Like, what can you do with 2 minutes per chapter to tell information? And at the end, like, spoilers for anybody that have not watched God of High School yet, but at the end of the episode 11, they say God of High School over. Yeah, that's true. But literally say God of High School tournament over. I'm like, when did it really end? Like, there's no storyline. Like,
where did it start?
But what's so funny? Like, a lot of people were talking like the next big anime webtoon to anime adaptation should be something like Solo Leveling.
It has to be Solo Leveling and done right.
Actually,
and
no.
Done right.
I never read Solo Leveling because it's not out legally.
It is.
It is. Tappy Tunes.
Well,
Tappy Tunes. Yeah.
What's so crazy? I had to take off my Tappy Tunes account because I was buying up a lot, but that's another story. Like,
I bought all.
I was just really addicted to.
The only thing I spend money on Tappy Tunes is Solo Leveling.
Yeah, Tappy Tunes has Solo Leveling, and me and Sam Ray reason.
Gen Press is supposed to bring. It's Gen. Where's Gen Press was
February?
Supposed to bring that manga out. Hold up.
What?
Think about it. Gen Press had Solo Leveling's manga.
Oh yeah, they do.
It did.
Yeah,
it came out.
Yeah, they have. It just came out. I think last week or 2 weeks ago. I think the first 30 or 40 chapters out. Let me double check while you guys talk real quick.
Hold up. So I'll be honest. So what I'm about to say is
the promotion for that was unlistenable. I don't remember that. What? You know what? I'm gonna email them because hold up. We were supposed to do this.
Yes, Solo. Oh no, it comes out March 2nd next month.
Yeah, I'm about to say, hold on, because I'm looking at it and saying, yeah, this title will be released.
January, though. I could have sworn it said January the first time.
It says right here, March 2nd. Yep.
No. That's not the original date. Hold on, because I can go through my emails. I can go through my emails right now.
Are we talking about the light novel or
comic?
No, the comic. They said they were coming out with the manga for. Okay, hold on. Give me one.
This is the comic. It doesn't say how many chapters are in it because I thought they said it's the first 20 or the first 15. But is Solo Leveling Volume 1 will be coming out. Book 1 of 2 of Solo Leveling coming out March 2nd.
I'm going to be real. I don't want them to do an anime adaptation of Solo Leveling yet because they haven't figured out how to adapt manga yet. They haven't.
Yeah,
they have not cracked that formula. And I think Solo Leveling is one that if they mess up Solo Leveling, we will never.
I think that would be a really bad day on Twitter.
We would never hear the end of it if they do what they did to Tower of God.
I think so. Mappa took care of God of High School, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
With us,
the studio that did Vinland Saga, the studio that did Vinland Saga,
that's Wit.
Would actually.
I've said this multiple times, so I appreciate you saying that.
No, but thing is, with us, we said it was.
What studio did Vinland Saga?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What studio gave?
Wit.
What studio? What studio dropped Attack on Titans and Mappa took Attack on Titans from them?
Yeah.
Which definitely Solo Leveling. I think that would actually be that would be a great combination.
Wit would be beautiful as well. We also said here on the team said that it could also be Ufotable. If they also do it, that would be amazing, beautiful.
Could do it. You're right.
Yeah, didn't they do Dororo? Didn't they do Dororo? They did Dororo too, right?
Mappa did Dororo, yeah.
Mappa did Dororo.
Mappa was everywhere.
Yeah. In the
Mappa
past 2 years.
2020.
They were in their bag, honey. They were giving us. They said y'all will not take a coin from us.
Who's the one that does Fire Force animation? I forgot.
Is that studio? Oh God,
was that A1 Pictures?
No, wait.
A1 or it's
David Production.
David.
Yep, Studio David.
We also said David. David Production doing Solo Leveling would be amazing.
And so the reason why I say that is because it's all about the eyes in Solo Leveling as well. And they do eyes really, really well.
Really beautiful.
In Fire Force.
And also they do beautiful background imagery of the fire. What does Solo Leveling have a lot with the character of Sung Jin Woo?
Shadows.
I mean, the shadows.
Shadows.
And that is different. So I personally am of the opinion I hope that they wait until they figure out how to adapt manhwa story-wise. Because I feel like they tell their stories differently. And I'm just wait and figure out the pacing on those so y'all don't rush it and ruin it. Because Solo Leveling is really good.
From what I'm hearing, it's amazing. That's literally legit what everybody keeps telling me is how amazing.
I read it every day, every Tuesday when it comes out. I read it.
Yeah, they just need a good producer and a good director to guide them the way they should tell the story for Solo Leveling.
So the director I would want for Solo Leveling, I think, would be if I could pick a director, I think I would pick the guy who directed season 1 of One Punch Man.
For me, it was actually the director for Vinland Saga season 1. He did a great storytelling in that as well.
Yeah,
I mean, but this is also the dude who did Death Note, Trigun, and Black Lagoon.
Yeah,
that is true.
I would love for them to do.
Who directed Babylon? I need to talk to him.
Wait, which one?
What was it? Okay, first of all, who directed Babylon? But who was the studio that did Babylon? Because the studio whoever did Babylon,
I still have not finished Babylon.
Should definitely do Solo Leveling. Trust me,
it's amazing.
At least that person should work on the backdrops because wow, they were.
It's great details. I've seen only 3 episodes of Babylon. When you came in last time, I saw 3 episodes, and it's great detail.
It's very detailed. So I think whoever
it's great cinematography on it. It's beautiful cinematography behind small details.
Whoever did that should definitely then get on the Solo Leveling project. The one thing about anime that I love is that there's so many studios that have that one thing about them that you just know that they do well. Like from Mappa, we know they're gonna give us action. They're gonna give us everything. Period. Yeah. People always want to say that they fell off, but that's a legendary studio.
They have.
They have heavy hitters underneath their names.
If you didn't see,
which is
I think Auntie's talking about Babylon.
Can do
yes,
Mappa
correct.
cannot do it.
Yeah. But if you guys have not seen Akudama Drive, is a seasonal anime. It was 12 episodes, and that was made by Studio Period. And beautiful animation. Beautiful anime. Story, I don't know, haven't seen it fully, but I did the edit for somebody, Herms, that did the reaction for episodes 1 through 12.
I watched a little bit of it. I like it.
Yeah, beautiful animation. It's dark. They hide the blood with a bit black, but they try to get money off it. So in times like in Japan, but beautiful animation, great fight scenes and everything. So it just depends on what you like. But Studio Period was known for Naruto and Bleach back then, so people cannot just because they do Black Clover.
But they're known for their shouju. They've done shouju work.
Yes, that's true.
Has Mappa? No, wait, I'm not gonna think. Hold on, has Mappa?
I mean, maybe, but I feel like it's just the animation styles have changed since then too, and I feel like that was part of the problem is that they had to like learn new styles. You know, they had to like try and match everything else that was coming out. Because
you can only do pencil animation, which apparently is dying in Japan. That old, those old ass like pencil to like to animation.
I mean, and you know them when you see them.
Yes, you do.
Know.
So it's like it's
the CGI is taking over, baby.
Yeah, because it's faster and actually it's cheaper.
Oh, have you guys seen the new trailer for the Pacific Rim trailer?
I have not watched I have not watched the trailer yet. A lot of people have sent it to me. I think I'm gonna react to it on stream on Saturday because everybody's like, "Oh, you should watch this," and I'm like, "I'll wait. I'm gonna watch."
Oh, I can't wait to hear thoughts, right? Because for me, it looked like booty cheeks. Like I'm excited for it.
It looked like booty cheeks.
Damn.
Oh
no! It's like I'm excited because I like Pacific Rim 1. I haven't seen Pacific Rim 2 yet, but I'm excited for it. But like Netflix, what's with you and CGI? This one looks a bit better than what's the one that Sam tried to make me watch of the fighting one? What was it, Sam?
You gotta be more specific.
The fighting one. It was Kengan no Shura. So Kengan no Shura looks cool.
Oh, Kengan no Shura.
Yeah, but this one. It looks.
Read the manga for that one instead.
Oh, I do want to. I definitely do want to because Knox kept talking about it. So
you should read the manga for that instead.
I one day
it's like
will.
Baki on steroids.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Yeah. But this Pacific Rim trailer, it looks interesting, but it's just the whole it looks hype. It has good score from what I saw in the trailer itself, but to actually be hyped for the CG, like I don't know, I was like, CG cool, but the trailer was nice. But would the actual show be good? I don't know.
We'll see. Y'all, if y'all been here before, if you've been watching for a while, I love Pacific Rim. I have a special place in my heart. It's kaiju and big ass robots. That's all I'm about. You know what I'm saying? But I need them to not ruin this because I want more Pacific Rim stuff. And if this comes out and it flops, we won't get no more.
Look, by the way, I don't think you guys, I don't know if we haven't talked about this yet and why nobody's talking about it, or maybe because we're putting it past our mind. But do you guys remember that anime that Crunchyroll produced, X-Arm?
Oh, no.
Actually, wait. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, which one?
I have never heard of this.
Eunice, I made Sam watch a full episode, and he kept saying, like, can we stop watching by, like, the 10-minute mark? He said, 12-minute mark. By the 15-minute, like, can we stop watching already?
Bro,
I'm like,
I had to get drunk just to be able to finish this entire episode.
I'll tell Sam, yo, Sam, let's try to finish the whole episode at least, so we could tell the audience, don't watch this piece of shit because this CG made in 2021 is trash. Trash.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna protect my heart and not watch it.
Just don't. Just we took the L for that one. We'll take the L for that one.
You got the better L on that end, you know what I'm saying? But still, yeah.
But go ahead, Eunice.
No, I was just gonna say, like, what happened? Like, what was the thought process?
That's a great question. What happened?
That's a very good question.
Like, when they were thinking, like, okay, we're gonna do this anime, why didn't they call me? I would have told them straight up, stop. Wasting money. Put air gear on, please. Better yet, give us magic girl shit. We need some magic girl
It just doesn't make sense. Like, when me and Sam was watching, like, I know how to do animation. I'm a beginner level. I could probably do the same animation that X-Arm did, and probably even slightly better if I put more time on it. Why is people that accompany Crunchyroll stamping their name on it? Like, okay, I get it. Tower of God, got a high school inspectorate. Okay, y'all did okay with it. Passed but y'all did your best. But for X-Arm, we're in the year of 2021, was like is known for animation, CG, robots, whatever, in live action movies. For you guys to produce this bad of a PlayStation 2 type of animation.
Don't insult me,
bro. It's like a Dreamcast.
That was
Steve said. That was true. Like Steve said, it's a Dreamcast. That wasn't even PlayStation 2, bro.
Like, I think like I said earlier, like what I said before was the thing that really bothered me was the song choice. I don't get the song.
I don't even remember the song.
I remember the song choice. Me and Sam were like, what the fuck they're doing?
It was so weird. Like it didn't even fit the vibe. Like the song is all dark, and then it didn't even fit the vibe. Or no, was the song really happy? I can't remember. I can't remember.
It's like how you miss your own vibe.
Question.
The vibe wasn't there. Like the animation was
vibe.
Like the vibe.
But did you see the first episode? Like the whole episode, Eunice?
No.
Oh,
why would you do that to yourself?
Well, I'm asking because so in the whole episode, there's a fight scene. Me and someone was watching, and there was a fight scene of a robotic chick or something that was jumping around. There was a times that her feet wasn't even on the ground fully; that she was kind of like flying over. It didn't make sense. And me and someone like, what the fuck is going on in here? Like, is she actually touching the ground? Is she have some robotic type of levitation? Like, what type of animation is this? And Sam was like, Miguel, can we stop watching already? I'm like, Sam, we got like 8 minutes. Let's just.
I don't want to power through this. No, I'll quit now.
Look, all I'm saying is it was.
I just don't understand, like, why, like, you said it correctly, Eunice. So, like, you are in 2021, Crunchyroll. Why did you stamp your name on this? Like, this is just pure humiliation.
That was really weird. Like, I just didn't get it. It was really weird. I don't get it. It's strange.
The animation was really off-putting. I could not focus what the hell this entire story was about. I just feel like every minute I'm spending time watching this anime, it feels like I'm violating my eyes just going and watching this anime.
This is. I never have given an anime less than a 5. I've given some animes like a 6 or 5 or 7. It's like, all right, you're cool, you're passable. No, you're right. Story bits. I give this anime after episode 1 a 1 or 0. I like, you are trash, your booty cheeks, you're like a cold, your ice water, you suck. Like it had no substance. The character, me and Sam saw a picture of about episode 4 or 3. 2 of the characters kissing already. I'm like, wait, what happened from episode 1 to episode 3? Like, how did you go from point A to point C to kissing? Like, what happened?
I mean, the pandemic's been hard on all of us, bro.
Vibes.
That's true, the vibes.
This was actually one of the animes got pushed in Crunchyroll original and everything like that. Actually, it's supposed to be in 2020.
It should have been pushed to year 2025. That's when it should have been pushed to year 2025.
Never been pushed, baby, because I don't know what the hell that is.
It was very disappointing. That's one of the most disappointing already, and this is just the beginning. Like, Promised Neverland and X-Arm is gonna be like the most disappointing anime of the year.
Don't.
Listen,
well,
the year just started, bro.
Yeah, no. We just started.
There's no way other anime seasons.
We might get to the Abandoned Sacred Beast season 2. That was a joke for Spicy Lady if she's still listening. Because I want that. I still want it, by the way. I still want my to the Abandoned Sacred Beast season 2. I need that. Thank you.
Or to Pat for next week. Pat's coming by next week, so that's very true.
It's actually never going to happen, so I'm just wishful thinking right now.
I know. But damn.
Oh, man. But I don't know. This year is poised to be either fantastic or terrible for anime. I'll be very honest.
What are you excited for, Eunice, for this year? Like, there's Dr. Stone going on right now. There's My Hero coming back. There's Shaman King coming back. There's a lot of things.
Bleach is coming back.
It depends what season, but it's coming back. So, like, what are you excited for this year?
What am I excited for this year? I don't know. I just feel like I'm just excited for one of the things I was excited for last year. Like, Jujutsu Kaisen is like my heart and soul. Black Clover is ending, so my heart's breaking there.
It's not ending. I'm calling it a hiatus, okay?
Trust me, it's a movie or seasonal.
On their little promo site is ending, little haters. But
and then announcement at the end, and then announcement at the end of March 30th. I'm like, nah, it's a movie or seasonal. Like, all right, guys, we're gonna keep our production better.
I'm really trying to think, like, what I'm excited for this year that's coming out. Like, I can think of, like, I can't really think of anything on top of my head that's gonna be new. No, I really can't. They really haven't announced anything this year.
This is a live show.
They announced a lot.
I'm gonna go look at the internet. Hold up.
So
what we got?
There is
tripping sometimes. I'm like, dang, I should really watch this. And then I wait until like Attack on Titan. That was it.
Oh, question about Attack on Titan. How are you enjoying Attack on Titan for this season? The past 8 episodes that have been out?
Everybody that's been hating on Attack on Titan has been eating their words. That's all that matters.
Yo, tell me not. You hate those people attacking Mappa just because of the CG a bit? Fuck them people up.
Listen, one thing I don't tolerate is people disrespecting creators, disrespecting directors.
Thank you. Yes, preach it, sis.
So if I have to go on my burner account to insult you, baby, I will flame you. Because some people were acting a little too spicy for me. I don't like the people were acting a little too tough
for no reason.
I was an internet bully because I bully real life. Like I'm not gonna sit here and let you go. Like I have to know the director to defend him. Why are you cursing? Why are you calling out his name? He is a man that is producing anime for you to watch. If Mappa would have said like, okay, you know what? You gotta like it, so it's a wrap. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go burn down Mappa? Are you gonna go fight Mappa? No, you're not. Half of y'all can't even afford to pay. Half of y'all can't even afford to pay a flight to Japan. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna cry online. You're gonna cry, and they're gonna keep looking at you stupid. Like, shut up. Like, there's so many people that were making me so mad. But I think the person that made me mad was the person that said how the one that went viral was the one that was like, "Oh, your directing style is trash," and as if what? I had to log into I can't use BGA's account to be insulting people anymore. That's what my team told me. I can't do that no more.
I can't do that no more.
They said no, shame on you.
I made a burner account. Y'all will never know who that burner account is.
But
if you ever it's crazy, just assume it's me because I light people up. I don't play. Do not come and don't. Why y'all making people feel bad about themselves? Like you coming at this man's life, you coming at this man's livelihood. That's wrong to me. Like I'm someone that works hard, and I'm like this person probably worked really, really hard. Why are you insulting?
I mean, they all are. They're like this. What they're doing isn't easy. They can't just phone this in.
Exactly. No. And I kept the thing I asked that person was, "Can you do it? Since you know all the answers, why don't you go fly to Japan and go do it yourself? Since you know everything."
And what's crazy is that a lot of people say there's no pandemic going on in Japan. I'm like, yes, there is still in some countries, in some towns,
such an ignorant thing to say.
In some cities.
It's not over.
Lockdown.
It's not. The pandemic is not. People put Japan in this weird, but actually people put Korea and Japan in this weird.
I feel like they just put Asian countries in general in this weird bubble because they don't know. Like, they don't know nothing about them.
They don't know anything. Like they don't know about racism. They don't know about sexism. They don't know about pedophilia. They don't know about anything. Apparently, they're in their own little world, and I think that's so irresponsible as at this grown age that we are. Because everyone that we talk to now, we're all 25 and older. We should know better. My friends that live in Japan, they say the pandemic is real and live up in here. My friend has not worked.
Thank you.
So I don't know who the hell said that pandemic is over, but trust me, baby, it's not, because I have friends. A lot of people don't even know a person that lives in Japan. I know many people.
Actual people.
I can call them right now, and they can show you Shibuya. They can show you Tokyo. They can show you everywhere.
So a good month ago, I posted a conversation that me and Ray had on Twitter, right? It got like a clip, a good 40-second clip. It got like 2,000 views. A lot of people said that, oh, there's no pandemic going on in the over in Japan, so they should have no problem to fix the animation. I'm like, boy, I kept arguing with them. I got tired of it because they kept saying there's no pandemic. I'm like, how do you know that? Do you live over there? Do you know what's going on over in Japan where they are in crunch time, still doing this animation until this moment, until the episode airs? And they still have to be quarantined to some extent because of the pandemic over there. And they kept arguing over that. It's insane.
I'm not arguing with dumb people on the internet.
Like I said, people put Asian countries in this weird bubble, pedestal, whatever it's called, whatever. They put them in this weird place.
Well, I mean, they fetishize them. You know what I'm saying?
They do.
Like what's going on in America, what's going on in Africa, and what's going on in South America and Australia. We are the ones, we are suffering. But in Japan, it's La La Land. It's Harajuku Barbie is all day, every day. It's ridiculous. It's so weird to me because like I talk to my friends that live there and I'm like, yo, what's the tea? Like, are y'all good? And she's like, yo, I haven't worked in a year. Or I'm not able to like even leave my house. Like there's like people there are people in Japan that probably don't take it seriously, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of impossible since a lot of Asian countries are known for wearing masks prior to this pandemic.
Yes.
So I do. I don't get it. It's weird. It's a weird little vibe that, anime fans, some of them, you just look at them and you're just like, it's weird. It's getting weird. It's getting kind of strange. It's getting kind of strange.
You know, I think it's always been weird. It's just that now we don't tolerate the super weird shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like my friends that are Asian, that you know, my girls, they talk about like how they stand up for like fetishization, like, cause you know, with anime, like I have a friend that's really pretty, like gorgeous, and I always used to make fun of her, like, oh my god, you look like an anime character, but I'll say that we're girls, you know, we can joke about things, but like when guys would say to her, like, they, you know, it's like she stands up for herself. She's like, I'm not your freaking waifu, get off of me. It's like girls are standing up for themselves and saying, we are not your waifu. You will not be putting us in this weird little fantasy you have of me, that little fever you have. Die. Like I love that for girls. I love that for women. I love that for men. I love that for people. I love it for everybody. Like, don't have people fetishize you. Like, it's weird. Like, anime fans, I love being an anime fan, but sometimes I'll be so embarrassed. Especially when we're trending for dumb things.
For dumb stuff.
Especially when we're trending on normie, like norm, like
when the regular folks see it,
regular folks, and like it's so embarrassing. And you gotta sit there and you just like,
and then like, hey,
you like, this is what you do, and I'm like, this ain't me, baby. I'm black.
They look at me, they go, and I'm like, no, that ain't me.
Listen. I am a woman. I am a black girl. We anime for me was already people doubting my
man,
love.
even black folks questioning me.
Back
you know
in the day, like when
yeah.
I first got on Twitter, I don't know if you guys were like knew me back when I first got on Twitter, and how people would discredit me and say I'm a fake. Oh, my favorite was, you're a poser.
You're a poser.
Imagine at the time when I had got on Twitter,
damn.
I know. Like, it's so funny. Like, people be like, "Oh, you're a fake fan. You don't." My favorite thing that people love to tell me is, "I don't look like an anime fan."
I used to get that a lot. Back before I used to get that a lot.
My friends say, like, my girls that don't watch anime, they say, you know, it kind of makes sense, it is. And I'm like, because, you know, you don't act like an anime fan. I'm like, what do you mean? I am. Like, I can Naruto run right now. Don't play with me.
I will Naruto run my foot right up your ass.
But like, I like now, like, you know, I go to Barnes and Nobles and like people are always in like, they're like, whoa, you watch anime and it's amazing and that's so cool. Like, I get that. I don't. And this is probably like, maybe it's like a black girl thing. I don't want to say it's a black girl thing because there's so many different types of black girls and we're all so different. But like, when it comes to me, it's just weird. You know, it's frowned upon. It's like people don't believe me. It's always people doubting me, telling me I'm faking it. Imagine spending. I spent over. I don't want to say them out because I feel like, you know, I don't like to brag too much. You know, I can brag, but not too much. But I spent close to enough to put someone through college on anime, cons, traveling, and for anime. And I don't think anyone that, I don't care how much clout you can get from anime, there is no way in hell you about to spend the amount of money I spent to clout, to fake something. You must be crazy. I'm just saying. That's how I shut people down. I'm like, if I can spend set amount for I've only been doing this for 3 years. I don't think I'll ever fake this. This ain't a fake for me. This is my life.
That's what people like. That's what people don't understand, is that when you are a fan of something like comic books, like before back then when people was a fan about comic books, it wasn't the norm. Now people be like, oh yeah, I'm a fan of Thor. Iron Man, like, oh, I know who that is. Back then they'd be like, who's Thor? What's a robot?
Exactly.
Iron Man?
I had to stop buying comic books.
I don't even
want to talk about. I legitimately I was spending almost $200 a week on comic books.
Damn.
I had to stop. Like if I'll show you a shelf, I have a shelf over here, and then that's not even like my like file folders full of comics, like just over here. It was bad, so I had to cut cold turkey.
You having bands? Oh my
god, it was ridiculous. But no, I love comic books.
I don't think I can ever get into comics just because like I'm so obsessed with manga and I spend so much money.
No, you will love comics. We just have to give you the right story.
We have to give you the right ones.
Yeah, I really like, honestly, you guys, like I said, like we spend so much money on anime. I cannot even fathom putting in money into comics because like manga alone costs what, $10 to almost $40-$50 for one fucking book.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, I don't think like with the mangas that I own, the anime shit that I own, the art books that I own, the illustrate, there's no way in hell I'm adding comic books to that. I have no room. But I don't even have room for the manga collection that I have right now. That's
Me-
I was so thankful when they made all these like apps with digital comics and manga. I was like, oh, thank God, my wallet.
Jump app has been a lifesaver.
It's so good.
Because
I saved so much money. I'm not even going
I am
front.
not buying Black Clover. I love Black Clover.
Same.
One day,
I ain't gonna
maybe
buy
if the creator calls me and says, "Baby, I got the whole collection for just you," and I signed
for
every
you.
book, maybe. But Shonen Jump app is my best friend. Me
Same,
and
same.
her.
I love downloading chapters when I'm on my way to work or to class. I'll be like, download. Wait, am I behind on that? Just in case, download the past 5 chapters.
I can't even do it anymore because I think they're sick of me. They're like,
this be me every
always-
night in the bed. This me every night. Oh, I'm reading some more chapters of whatever I'm reading. It's beautiful. I love it.
One Piece that you're not
I
gonna
tried
catch
that.
up.
Actually, I'm gonna catch up before you finish on 100. So yeah, that's fine. Don't come at me, boy. I will.
Right? Like I throw a handgun. He throws a machine gun at me. He just goes. I'm all bing, bing, bing. He goes,
At least you know you fired the first shot, though. At least you know you
I
fired.
always wait.
Shot.
I
And
wait.
you got a third, baby.
I wait until he fires the first shot, and then I murder
Come
him.
on, Ray. Ray said, blah, 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 blah. He said, la ta ta ta. I'm in the.
You be like, whoo, whoo.
Yo, I'm so
Oh my
freaking.
God.
I'm
Oh.
so freaking like tired. Oh my god, of just that was funny. I really do need to catch up on. I think I am gonna restart Jujutsu Kaisen though.
You,
Just
I
for
mean, you
the sake-
should. Like, it's worth it.
I don't think I'm gonna start from the beginning because that would be so counterproductive.
I would recommend start at the
I would
sister
start from
tournament.
volume 9. I'll start volume 9 and work my way up again.
I would say watch the anime because the anime right now is on chapter 40 something right now. So watch the anime again.
What volume
And
is that? I think that's about where.
I think that's volume 9 because last time I saw it,
I was just about to say start at the sister tournament arc and that's like and go from there.
And then move from there and like,
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm. And like that's
Oh.
when it's like it starts to move.
But honestly, the only thing I want is a big fat photo of his dad. Just a big fat juicy photo of just his dad. And Joe.
That was very descriptive.
Thank you. I made it. So if anybody wants to get me a big fat juicy picture of his dad,
Oh my God.
DM me. I will happily give you where I live. And if you come in, you know.
I mean, I have this weird love for JJK, and we talked about it before earlier. But it's like I can read and watch it with no problem. Similar to My Hero, I can't do that with very many shows. Period. Like I can't like with Black Clover. I just read that. Like My Hero and JJK now are the only two that I can read and watch.
Yeah.
So the anime right now is around chapter 34 to 40. So they're on volume 5 right now.
Okay,
Yeah, I said I'm gonna start volume 9.
that's a good. I think
Or
that's a
like,
good place to
can
restart.
I just show like everybody why I like am in love with his father, like Toji? Like, I mean, he can like get it.
Oh, don't
Can I just
tell
show
him. Don't tell him because it's kind of a spoiler. Don't tell him.
Oh shit!
Don't
That's a
tell
lie.
him.
I don't know who that character is. My bad.
Because me and Sam was like, who's dad? Who that? I don't know who that is.
We didn't say who's dad. We didn't say who's dad.
I'm like, who?
We all had sure. I didn't say who that was. You're right. So, but listen, honey, that Toji. I'm gonna just say he. I didn't even say his last name. Look at me go.
Exactly. Look at you go.
You know, I don't do spoilers.
But I have a question. Speaking about manga, you said you're reading on the Shonen app and everything. Have you been reading the 2 series that's been going on since last year, Undead Unlock and Masho?
I stopped reading Masho because he's Austin's big brother and I'm tired of reading it. But
Understandable, bulky, no magic and everything, so understandable in that aspect. But
I'm not gonna have anybody
So
tell me
who would win in a fight, Masho or Asta?
Masho.
I'm not answering anything.
I'm sorry.
Oh, so I think Masho will beat the shit out of Asta.
Masho will beat the whooping ass. He's taller and more pecs. I'm sorry, but I love Asta. He dope character and everything, but he a midget compared to Masho.
Masho will beat the shit
You know what?
out
I'm
of
gonna
Asta.
tell you, So I'm gonna just answer the other question. Have I read Undead Unluck? Yes, I have. I was the first to read it.
Me too. I'm about to say because I asked because I asked.
You jumped on it after. Vash, I'm gonna tell you jumped on it after.
No, I was there. I was there reading since chapter 1, but I asked because I know.
Pull up a receipt because you playing with me. We can all. I can
pulling up the receipts. You done fucked up now. Ooh, yeah.
I've been reading since day 1, and the reason I asked is I know Undead Unlock has shoujo, so that's why I know that you probably read it and you probably been enjoying it. That's why I want to know, what did you think of it?
Okay, let me see when I first talked. Girl, oh, maybe I'm still scrolling. Weird. Okay. Let's see. Oh my god. The first time I ever brought it up was
I read it on the day it came out because I have it here.
Well, right? So
January 20th. I read it once it came out.
I read mine. This is my first week. I was like, listen, I'm listening to Kodak right now because I always listen to Kodak Black when I'm reading certain type of mangas. And I was like, that was when January 22nd, 2020.
So
baby.
I read it on January 20th on the day it came out. So you read it 2 days later.
I read it. Okay, I read it. First.
But overall, all right, we all read it the same week. Overall, what's your thoughts about it? Like, what is it that you know? Because I know it has to show you passion because our girl Fuku and everything.
First of all, that's my big boo baby. Okay.
Definitely, she's waifu right there. She's adorable.
So
she's adorable.
Isn't she like? How old is she?
She's 19.
Oh, thank God! Sometimes I get worried.
I'm so glad you asked that because I ask it all the time now because I'm like,
it's really hard to not.
If they're not over 18, I don't want to talk about it. Yep.
Yeah, like when I was 16, 17, sure, I can simp over a 16,
that's
17.
fine.
But now I'm 25 years old and I ain't simping over nobody that is not my age. That's why I only look at their dads, their moms, their oldest sister, oldest brother. I'm not doing you will never catch me.
I'm still looking for Bakugo's mom. Just saying. Hey, I need to talk to her.
I can't wait for her. I can't wait for her to show up next week or sometime soon. But can't wait for that.
Oh, dibs, by the way.
Doesn't that need to be wait for James Tegley?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
I said it out loud.
He'll watch this. He'll know.
Yeah, he'll know. We've all seen it. So
that's true. But you were saying, Eunice?
No, I was gonna say no. I actually do thoroughly enjoy it. I really do think that I've been
distracted.
Sorry, no. You guys know, like I'm constantly working. But I think Undead Unluck had. Wait, the manga is getting a physical copy soon, right?
Yeah. It just got announced for May 5th, May 4th, chapter 1. And that's actually great because that's early. Usually it takes 2 years for a series to get
has been doing well.
It's been doing great numbers in Japan. Undead Unluck is very popular, so I'm very happy for that.
Which isn't surprising to me because after the first chapter where we meet both of them at the same time, we kind of meet like both their like one is unlucky as fuck, one person really can't die. We meet them in such an interesting way, and their dynamic is just it's comforting. It's weird. It's like a nice. It's not like it's like a soft or humbling anime manga. It's nice. You just like the way they talk to each other. I just like the way that she's like a no nonsense kind of bitch, and she's like, listen, I don't know who the hell you talking to, but you're talking to me. I like that. I like that for her.
But
the guy,
Andy is amazing. His attitude,
he is comedy. The man is a walking comedy show.
Yes,
like, everything's so funny to me. Like he was when that second. Okay, so let's go to the second. That would be like what page chapter 2, whatever. And he's like getting beat up or whatever, or they're trying to like get him basically. He's just sitting there making jokes. Like you're really in a life or death situation, but you just choose comedy over violence. I love you. This is funny. So I love it because it's a comedy. It's a comedy. It has comedy. It has shonen. It has sheen. Really a sheen, but it's really funny. I think everybody should check out Undead Unluck. I don't want to say too much because anytime I talk about manga, especially me, I just start saying things that are spoilers, and then people get mad at me.
Sounds like somebody I know.
Not
so
me.
I try to pull back and try to not dumb it down, but try to be as discreet and as like just not too much information, but definitely check out Undead Unluck. I love it. I should pre-order the manga because I know if I pre-order it'll be cheaper.
It
So,
is. I highly agree with what you're saying. It's such a great series. The story is amazing. The foreshadowing is fantastic. The details in the story, like I've never seen this type of power scale foreshadowing and story in the character. The art is interesting. Each character is so different. Me and Sam always talks about it every week. And it's so interesting how the world build and the more is, and about the ideology about like who's watching us. Is it God or is God watching himself? Like, what is so interesting about the story about it? So fascinating.
I just think that Undead Unluck is really dope. I just think that it's a dope series. I really want people. I think maybe I should probably push it more on my platform. I've been slipping. I really don't be tweeting as much as I used to because of my new job. But I do think that things like Undead Unluck and even that Yakuza family one, that I'm pretty sure. Whatever that one's called. Yeah, that one also has its moments. Like when I first was reading it, I was like, "Wow, this is actually pretty freaking dope." And then like it kind of fell off for me for a little bit.
Oh wait, which
one? The one where the guy kind of just like
Yakuza family.
Yeah,
Mission to Crow family, I would say is great, but
I heard it.
Right after chapter 40, it improved because they got the editor. They got the editor of Haikyuu. And I will tell you this, as a fan who binged the whole chapters 1 through 60 all over, I could tell you, Mission to Crow Family is a sleeper on people in the Shonen app.
Oh, really?
Because
I reading when it officially came out, I was reading, I was like really hooked on it. I was like, I kind of love the story. I love the dynamics of like an overprotected mother and all that shit. I thought that was pretty fucking dope. And then like I kind of was reading and I was like, I'm really enjoying it. But then I started reading, I'm like, this is kind of
get back into it.
I will. Like
I would say get back into it because after chapter 40, throughout the whole series, from chapter 1 through 40, there's probably been only 3 double pages, and that's very little in 40 chapters. After chapter 40, there's at least 1 double spread, a double page in every chapter, and that's how much the detail in art, the story improved, the lining. And the detail in the characters' eyes and everything improved. You could tell the huge difference from chapter 60 and 40 all the way to chapter 1. The details in the art, it shows you that a new type of editor you having on board, it shows a big difference in storytelling and art.
Man, yeah.
So, hey, where you stand on Kaiju number 8?
Oh, yes.
Okay, don't kill me. I have not even looked at it.
Oh, you should. We
Raise
here
eyes.
preach it.
Raise
We
eyes.
here preach it.
The manga world, manga Twitter is not gonna let me sleep when it comes to that because I've been so focused on Hell's Paradise.
I get you. I know why, but it's ending and stuff like that.
I will forgive you because you're reading Hell's Paradise, but I need you to get on Kaiju number 8.
Manga Twitter will not let me breathe. They are stepping on my neck with that damn series everywhere I go. I need
you to give that series some love.
I've been hearing so much about it. I'm like, you guys, okay. I'm ridiculous, and I have to like plan it out because I'm not reading it now. But I will hopefully be able to read it starting next month because I will then. I've been here like manga Twitter.
I want you to read it. And
it's
then
good.
Come back and talk to us about
because
it.
the MC, I'll tell you this MC is 38 years old. This MC is okay. This MC is 31 to 38 years old. He's in his 30s. Oh, I would say.
Stop. Did you just say that he's old?
I say in his 30s.
You said that he's.
I heard old too. I don't know. I heard that too.
You said that he's old.
Let me finish my sentence. Let me finish my sentence.
Is not old.
Let me finish my sentence. I can explain why I say old. Let me explain.
No, you said old, baby. He said 30 is old, Ray.
No, okay, hold up. Let me finish my sentence so I can say why I say he's old. Compared to our MCs in Shonen Jump, where they're usually kids. They're usually in the 14s, 10 years old.
Or teenagers.
Yes, teenagers. So for us to have a Shonen Jump character MC in the 30s, it felt refreshing. It's different. That's what I was trying to lead up to. That he's not old. He's different to our usual MCs. That's what I was trying to say and bring up. Not old in his like 80s and 60s years old, but he's in his 30s. He's in his middle age.
Suck my ass,
You're gonna
That's for after hours. That's for the after hours.
After hours.
Damn, great. In the next
No, but I think
middle age. What?
I need to read Hell's Paradise because the anime's coming.
Yeah.
None of us
fall.
here on the team read it yet, but we've been wanting to talk about it and read it. Hell's Paradise, I should say.
Yes, on my list. This next.
It's on my list as well. I haven't had a chance to.
I'm not reading
It's literally the next one on my list, though. The next one. So don't worry.
I'll switch in March. Y'all read Hell's Paradise, and moi will read what Kaiju
number 8. Come on now. Yep.
What about Spy Family? Have you touched that?
Which one? Spy Family?
Oh, of course she has.
Baby, that shit hit. Okay.
She loves Twilight. I bet you she loves Twilight right here. She about to rep Twilight. Hell yeah.
Love Twilight. I was Team Edward to the damn time. But I really love Spike's. I think Spike's Family is such a because I was reading Spike's Family and also reading that manga that I refuse to name because the author is an idiot and he fucked up something that was for the women in shonen. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I was reading both of them at the same time and I was staining both of them so hard. And like Spy X Family is amazing. I just think that I really am surprised that we still have not gotten an anime announcement for that because it's freaking gorgeous.
It's hard.
So unique. It's a family. It's a makeshift family, and they have like this daughter that they like obsess over and want to protect, and then the mom and dad are like these crazy people, but they like that girl is like their life, and I love that. I love that family dynamic that they gave us in that whole entire. Like that's something refreshing. Like I love that it's a shonen. Yes, you get the action that you want, you get all that shit, but you still get that nice family. You know that girl is their world. That they would do anything for that girl. You can see it in their faces. Like they don't play about her, and I love that. I think that's so freaking dope. And I want that. I want more shonen like that. And like people are not understanding. Like are they not seeing that like sometimes having a wholesome moment can sell?
Yes, but the thing is that
how are you clicking in the shonen world that.
I think Spy Family will get the anime announcement once it passes the 50 chapters because since it's a bi-weekly series, it's harder to get them faster announcement. But it has its popularity. It has sold a lot of copies.
It has everything. So yes, you agree that the anime. Oh my god, I cannot wait for the anime to be announced because oh my god.
Oh, Twilight as an anime, you'll be like, that's my new hobby and everything. So I understand.
First of all, already got that. It's called Vampire Night. Come on.
Yeah.
Whoa! Do not compare that to Vampire Night.
It's the same thing. Whatever.
No, it's not.
No, Twilight, nah.
Do not call. Well, I will fight you.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Me with a good time.
It's
the same thing.
It is not.
It's not the same.
You did not watch it, so I'm not going to.
I did watch it.
I
watched it and I read it.
I watched it, read it, and I have the new ones and memories. Don't play with me.
Listen, I like Vampire Night a lot, way more than Twilight. Mm-hmm. Tell you that.
I'm actually, now that you brought it up, I'm gonna go watch it because I love.
You
Twilight.
should.
I love Twilight. I've actually seen Twilight so many times that it's
how many times?
So when it came out in theaters, I watched it 10 times.
10 times? The first one?
Why you waste that money?
Were you team?
What's Movie Pass existed or not?
No, as I talk about, I don't think so.
Whoa! Lord, asking me questions about how I was able to watch movies. Mind your business.
Were you team Edward or what's the other guy? Team Jacob?
Jacob.
I was team Edward all the way. Come here and suck my neck, vampire daddy. I used to like. It's so funny. We all like make fun of it on Twitter now. Like people used to like walk around, but like. I'm not kidding. That used to be a or my favorite thing. My eyes change colors, you guys. I'm a vampire.
Oh my god, we were weird as kids.
We were really weird. Like,
but guess what? We didn't have the internet to be weirdos, so nobody knows.
Exactly. So nobody look.
Yeah, back then it was just MySpace and AIM.
I mean, there was other stuff like Bebo and like.
Bebo.
Listen,
Zanga.
People will never know how weird I was because that don't exist.
No.
Damn. Thankfully, BlackBerry Messenger. Ooh.
Are you kidding? How we were able to hide on that fucking Gia app and we could fucking asshole. I was a villain. Yo, I was known on that app. I was a motherfucking villain, baby. I was a bully.
Oh no.
You talked about Naruto any type of spicy way. I was on your ass. Yo, nobody can tell me. Yo, when I was when I was 13 years old. See, when I was 13, I was really balling. Nobody can tell me nothing. Nobody can tell me that. I was on that app. I was like, I was like, your mama like this. Oh, I was so reckless. No remorse. I don't even care. You spoke ill about Naruto. That when I was 13, when I first got into Naruto, I skipped school to get into Naruto.
Oh my god.
No, listen. Let me tell you the story because it's crazy. I skipped school randomly. I was like, fuck, I don't want to go to school. And then I was like, what am I gonna watch? I type in. I was like, damn, what's that anime? But he keep talking about Naruto, whatever. Right? So I click it. Naruto. I watched the first 3 seasons of Naruto without been like 13. I don't know. I think I would have been 15. It's in high school, so yeah, 15. I would have been 15. I watched the 3 seasons of Naruto within 2 days. I did not sleep. I did not move. I did not do anything. I sat there and watched.
I understand because I did One Piece back when I first found out about it. I did One Piece like the first 500, 400 episodes in a week. So trust me, I understand.
Did you breathe?
Did I breathe? I breathe, yes. Did I sleep? No. It was summertime when there's no school, so it was.
Not you walking up the bathroom in the summertime watching One Piece. No, I don't like that.
No, but back then when there was no, Crunchyroll, where you had to go to the websites to go watch OnePiece.com. Like it was like where.
I remember those days. You had to type in anime.com.
Yeah, like watch Bleach.com, watch Naruto.com.
I grew up with a black mom. I could not sit and just do that all day. She'd be like, "Get your ass outside, go do something."
My mother was so so my mom's African, so I'm Nigerian. I was born in Nigeria.
So you know.
My mother hated anime for years. She thought that this shit was demonic. She would say, my mom was like, "This is demonic shit. They're taking over your brains, and you're gonna die and go to hell." And I'm like, "All right, but I'm gonna go to hell watching anime." But
she's not completely wrong, except that last part. But she's not completely wrong.
Well, because my mom saw me watching Naruto. She's like, "Oh, you watching that demon Naruto?" I'm like, "That was Naruto."
My mom swore every character that I've ever shown her is Naruto or Sailor Moon. She does not want to know. Like, I will legit like show her Shishomaru and be like, "Mom, this is Shishomaru." She'd be like, "Naruto." Yeah,
Mama tells her friends from Colombia. She like, my son is watching some Goku Naruto stuff. I'm like they know what it is what she means is the anime, but in reality, I'm still watching some Demon Slayer, some type of Ghost in the Shell. But she's like, "Oh, it's Naruto. Okay, cool." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's just call it anime instead."
It's their comfort to just know Naruto. It's Naruto.
It really is, even though it's not the same. But like, yeah, it's just Naruto.
Even before Naruto,
my mom only knows in this world. She only knows Naruto and she only knows Sailor Moon. Everybody else does not exist. That woman, don't tell her about that shit. She don't know nobody. She only knows who? Naruto and Sailor Moon. That's it. That's all she needs to know. My mom walked into my room and saw my manga collection. She was like, "What are these books?" I said, "Mom, there's those mangas, those like Japanese shit that you do it." She's like, "Oh, you went and we bought them." Okay, I go see you. I said, "Try it." I had to start locking my door. I was so scared. I thought she was really gonna come home one day. Like that whole shit was about to disappear. I'm like, I found this house. Get out of here. But like, dead ass. My mom is a comedy queen. Like now I'm like older. She like gets it and she sees like how impactful Black girls anime has been to. And she sees like all the things I've done, so she's like, "Wow, this is like kind of cool." Like, I wish my mom said something to me that made me laugh. She was like, "Man, I kind of wish I like encouraged you to watch this, like do all this shit earlier, instead of being discouraged." I'm like, look at your life.
Look at you. So see, my mom was the one who got me onto the stuff, but she would always like, she would never let me binge watch. Binge watching was not a thing I could do. She was like, "All right, watch 2 episodes, go do something else." I was like, "Okay, fine." So
I used to sneak my shit. Like, I think I almost got caught watching Vandred.
Ooh.
Yeah, I almost got caught.
I would have got ass for that one.
So for me, so funny story. So for me, what I would do is if I had to use the bathroom, and sometimes I take long time in the bathroom, so I would take the laptop to the bathroom and watch One Piece and everything.
Whoa,
my mom, well, hold up. So my mom and the people in the house would think I'm doing something else. But I'm like, nah, I'm just watching One Piece. But they're hearing Japanese voice actor talk and speak. But then they just say, like, Naruto! So instead, they be thinking like it's hentai or something. I'm like, nah, I'm just using the toilet, but watching. So like, Okay,
I definitely don't believe you.
I definitely don't believe you.
No, remember, I said I was binging One Piece. I was binging, so I had to literally be on the mood. Like, play I was playing soccer and handball in the morning, and then from there I got home and I was watching One Piece. That was the mood all day and all night. I was binging One Piece. I was loving Luffy, Zoro, the storyline. I was all into that all the time.
Loving Luffy, all right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now we know. Yeah, man.
Now I'm just gonna divert us to a question that someone asked. Have you guys converted someone to watch anime when they thought it was bad?
Yes, I have.
I think this is.
Yeah.
I think we all kind of have one way or another.
I mean, yeah, in one way or another, yeah.
Yeah, I have.
There have to be like there are some people who like you have to ease them into going into a selective anime that you know that they would like.
Oh
So
yeah.
like yeah.
Most recently, my boy Josh, he would not watch anime for years, and I just recently got it, and now he's hooked. He's texting me about anime every day now. He's watching Attack on Titan right now. He's like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Yep, it's about time I told your ass."
You
years.
love to see it.
Like for me, like I've always like I acquired my anime friend group now, so like I kind of really don't have anybody. Like I try to get all my childhood friends and all my friends that are like anti-anime. It's hard with girls. It's like it's very hard because like I try to like find things like that are relatable. So like my friends and I, we're more like the girls that watch like Bad Girls Club and Love and Hip Hop. So what I would like find dramatic anime. So like the ones that I recommended for all my friends was Nana. I recommended that to a friend that would watch anime, and she loves Nana. She said that's the only anime she'll ever watch, and I'm fine with that. She told me that. She's like, that's the only. She's like, you don't ever recommend anything else. I love this one. This is the one for me because, like I said, we all grew up in different environments. I grew up in a different environment, and all guys clearly yeah. So my friend group is different. They're not going to be so easily persuaded to anime. They love me. And they support me. They follow my brand. They like my stuff. They don't ever comment because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't know what the hell y'all be talking about. They be like, "What is this?" They'll watch anything I'm in, but they will not. They don't want to know about anime. They don't want to, which is fine. They just support me.
I love
and,
that.
They come to my room, they like, "Damn, Eunice, you really be spending money, huh?" I'd be like, "Yeah." They were like, "I'm like, you want to take one home? You want to read one?" They're like, "No."
I got one. Right here. You want to read it?
Like, yes, we love you and we're so happy for you, but watching, reading, miss me. They love me so much. And like my friends are so supportive of me. Like they like don't they hate seeing anime shit because they really hate it. They think it's so stupid, but they know that I love anime and they like they love that for me. They love that I've taken it. They see how happy I am. Yeah. Like how because I used to be super miserable. So like now they see like how happy I am. They're like, oh my god, we'll just
that's my wife for me. Like she did not watch anime, like, but she had never heard of anime before she met me, I'm sure.
A lot of my friends didn't like my closest friend Rainey didn't even know what anime was. She was like, what's anime? And I'm like, so and now she had to like take her into she's like, yo,
pump the brakes.
How I started that, I was like, so what's your favorite genre? And I'm like, all right, thinking about this one. Okay, let's watch this.
Like before we got started, my wife was watching Dr. Stone with me because I was like, I want to watch Dr. Stone. You want to watch? She's like, yeah, why not? And it's lit. I love it.
That's so cute because I think I dated only one guy. I don't even call them dates. Like I choose to think all my exes are non-existent. So there's one person I was with. We watched we were watching anime and he was just like, so you really into this shit? And I'm like, yeah. Like, are you not?
Bye.
Like,
you could leave. The door's over there. Bye bye.
Yeah, like you claim to love me, so like you should like love this. And he's like, no, this is stupid. And I was like,
oh. All right,
from there it went downhill anyway. Because I was like, the minute he said, I was like, oh, okay. Oh my god, why did you say that to me? But yeah, it's really hard to get people, especially like where I live. It's really hard to get people into anime. My sister, she tried once. She liked Kaleidostar. She liked Super Gals, but it was like one episode, and she was like, "Okay, I'm over it, Eunice. I'm done.
I'm all right now. No more."
So it's really hard. Like it's really hard. But I have a friend named Gal, and I have a friend named Leslie, and I have a friend named Sandra, and they're into anime, so it's easy. So when you find that group of people that like around you, it's nice. But my friends that are like we're like party girls, we go clubbing and all that stuff. They would never watch anime.
Oh,
My clubbing, my girls, because I mean Leslie's clubbing too, but my girls that we go clubbing and throwing that ass in the circle, they so no to the no. They said no.
it's not for everybody, so I get it. Like, there's some people who are just they're like, nope, I don't like it. I'm like, that's fine. That's fine.
In the same situation for Ray is for me with my girlfriend is like at first she never was into anime and everything, but then when she starts to date with me, you know, I told her like this is my culture, this is what I'm into, like this is my career that I'm trying to go for. So like it would be nice for you to at least watch some with me. She enjoyed Dr. Stone, she enjoyed some type of slice of life type of anime. Would I ever try to get her into manga? I would try. I hope. Would she ever continue doing it without me? I don't know. But she's doing One Piece right now. She's up to like episode 200. So it's going very well.
Bet. Like, I don't know. Let's just. I will say that there's something for everybody, but it's not. And I'll also at the same time say the anime's just not for every person. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like I love it. It's gonna be great.
Oh man.
Well, Sam, I think that we've had a pretty good time.
It's been a great podcast. First day of the month. So great to have our favorite auntie back on the show.
And we'll get you back after you read Kaiju.
Okay.
You can't come back until you read Kaiju number 8.
Thank you to Hell Paradise. You can call me now.
Fine. But you can't come back till you read Kaiju number 8.
Yeah. By the time you come back, by the time you come back, I will read JJK and I will read Hell Paradise a bit.
Listen, don't ever listen to him when he says stuff like this.
You have better have read Something Is Wrong With Us and Boys Over Flowers.
Okay,
your child.
You have to send me the links first of those because I tried to find them. I could not find them.
You better get buying.
You heard her. You better
I'm
go
just
spend
saying,
that money.
Boys Over Flowers is actually on the Shonen Jump app, by the way.
It is.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'll check this out.
Boys Over Flowers is definitely on there. So by the time I get back, I will read Kaiju number 8. But will you read Boys Over Flowers?
Yeah,
I might.
I would.
Okay.
I might.
Get ready to hate men and then hate yourself.
Yeah, make
fall in love with you.
Chat knows. Make Vash read Hunter x Hunter. He ain't read Hunter x Hunter. See, he ain't gonna read what you asking because he don't read.
I'm gonna read JJK and Hell's Paradise instead. So
I heard I said Birds of Flowers night.
But definitely. But what Sam is gonna ask you is, Auntie, given your plugs, where can the good people of the community of Anime, where could they find you and find more about you?
I'm just kidding. I'm on Twitter. Facebook. I don't know why I can't take life seriously. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Black Girls Anime. You know, we're the news people. We're the people that give me the tea, all types of news. You know, we don't discriminate per recommendations, anime recommendations, comedy. I'm a freaking comedy queen. You know, so I'm funny as hell. I'm just kidding. But yeah, Black Girls Anime is everywhere. Honestly, we're legit everywhere, and we're on Clubhouse. So if you have the Clubhouse app, add us, baby, because we be talking, and we're funny there too. And I'm funny there too. I'm funny everywhere I go. I'm fucking hysterical.
Ray, your plugs.
Hey, y'all know who I am, and if you don't, hey, it's okay. Ray Apollo, just look for me up on the internet for real. The black one, it'll be right there just for you. You'll understand. Look, I'm the only black Ray Apollo on the internet. I'm claiming that. That's it. Okay? Listen, Google tells me so. I know.
Doing cool?
So
Don't decline who?
Exactly.
Vash, your plugs.
So since James is not here, guys, if you want to see more comic book discussions, definitely check out C4S Villains. It will be myself, and James, and Ray Apollo will be joining us as our guest for tomorrow. So definitely check us out at 9 EST for C4S Villains. So talking about the new episode WandaVision and what TV shows and comic book shows should be adapted as a TV series. So definitely, guys, check that out. Thank you guys for watching. And Sam, take us home.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys really enjoy. Happy Black History Month. We're going to have more guests in this entire month. We hope you guys can tune in. Peace.
Bye.